What up, boy?
It's DM Vinny.
That sounds like a handle.
Yeah, it does.
What's up, guys?
Hola.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey boys, what's going on?
He's alive.
Looking good. All right. You guys
So how's lockdown treating everybody?
pretty good, man. Well, what happened?
Just working like always.
Yeah, working, but it's a lot more fast paced because they're trying to get this new module out. I think I've put in somewhere around like 60 something hours already this week, and I got another day ahead of me. So
Oh, boy.
it's been
Whoa.
a lot of work.
Well, hopefully, it gets better.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Hey, there goes. Maybe you'll save some lives.
That would be nice.
Did you just open this yesterday?
Yeah. Wait. No. Last Sunday.
For him to run his campaign if he's not here.
Wait. I'm here.
He's so
We can run it
inexperienced.
without him. We're all level 20 now. I have infinite rages, even though I'm a rogue.
I don't know why, but y'all screen is just a little loading sign for me.
On whose?
Oh, you just see a loading.
The three of you guys.
All right,
That's
hold
for
on.
you.
I mean, I don't have to see you, but.
Oh, I don't want to see you either, jerk, but whatever.
Oh, Dylan, you're back on.
All right,
All
cool.
Do we just have to insult Vinny and we come back on?
I guess so. All right, let's do this. Let's start off with Robbie, right there. Who's always the first one for me. Robbie, tell us your character.
Alright. My name is Anklegon Morgothian, and friends call me Ann. But I was born down in Bugbear Footland. And yeah, you want me to go ahead and talk about the rumors?
Yeah, and then tell us what he kind of looks like, just so we can get a little visual going.
Okay. So he's a half-elf, brown hair, regular skin, pale skin, and he's got gold eyes. That's probably the only kind of unique thing about him. Other than that, he just kind of wears dingy, dark clothing that kind of blends in with anything. Yeah.
All right, and what are the rumors?
So, rumors are, Anne once survived 3 weeks on an island with nothing but a dagger. Anne once saved a crew from a sinking ship by carrying them all to shore with a rowboat. Anne murdered a shopkeep in cold blood. Anne was once possessed by an elemental. And Anne has 2 missing toes on his left foot.
Now, you don't know which ones are true and which ones are false, but those are some things that you have heard about Anne. Okay? All right.
I can vouch for a couple of them.
Well, you know what? Since you guys are kind of related, why don't you go next, Dylan?
All right. How's it going, everybody? My name is Robert of Frosthold. I am from Turtles Inlet, which is surprisingly devoid of turtles. Not a single turtle to be found. I don't know where the name came from. They done told me that there was someone named Turtle that founded it, but ain't no one in the town got the name Turtle, so I don't know if that's true or not. Now, I was just a humble fisherman, and I am related to Anna Kendrick over here. He's like some distant cousin with taken out and put back a couple times. He knows the details. All I know is I see him at reunions, weddings, and big old get-togethers down in Mystic Beach whenever we go to watch the merfolk play.
Is there a mythic pizza?
It's not a team of merfolk. They're just called the merfolk, but sometimes they do play against merfolk. It gets really confusing. Now,
I love it.
like a lot of folks in Turtles Inlet, I was just a fisherman, and I was pretty good at it. But I figured ain't gonna be much going on in my life if I'm just a fisherman. I need to get out and explore. I can do better things. I'm gonna do better things. So I scooted on up north to Port Valrora, where I joined on with the crew of the Titan's Lament and became a sailor. Now, I was studying under the first mate, Sophocles, to learn the ways of the Paladin. That's right. And one day, we took on a fare from a wizard. Now, this wizard, he had done some research, and he was looking to travel out to Frosthold, which is just this ruined keep out on an island about 2-3 days voyage from Valrora. And he had determined that the Great Raven was in our world at Frosthold. And our captain, Crowanoak, was like, sure, I'll do that. Let's go. Like, your money's good. So we get on out there, and Frosthold is just covered in ravens. Like, top to bottom, ravens on ravens on ravens. Like, it looked like the fabled land of Baltimore. There were so many ravens. Now, as one of the younger and newer deckhands, they had me out mooring the ship, so it didn't go nowhere, because that'd be bad if we're out exploring the island and all of a sudden our boat's gone. Because I mean that happened to me once, back when I was in Turtles Inlet, and Anaconda over there, he had to save me because I somehow lost my boat in the middle of the ocean, and he had to row me back to shore. I was not a good sailor back then. I have gotten better. But while I was out there mooring the ship, this raven comes on down, swoops at the wizard, and plucks his amulet right off his neck. Now, the amulet was his focus, so he was in a tiff, and he was trying to hit that raven, and he got all the crew trying to hit that raven, and ain't nobody hitting it. And then the raven comes down, plops down in front of me, so I just reach into my pocket, I pull out a berry, and I'm like, here you go, birdie. Raven drops the amulet, takes the berry. I'm like, I got it. And then the raven spreads its wings, big old light comes out and revealed itself to be the great raven Raquel, who had just come on down to see what all the fuss was about. And in this bright white light, everything was gone. Like, Wizard's gone, Crowanoak's gone, Sophocles is gone, all these other nameless crew people who had names, but I can't remember them because they just call me that boy over there. Like, they gone. And I'm like, well, what happened? And she says to me, well, you were the least annoying, so you can stay. I'm like, well, that's nice and all, but how am I going to get back? I don't look like I can do much here. So she offered me a chance to undergo her trial, and if I passed her trial, she would send me home. Now, the trial took 2 parts. The first part was she would imbue me with her magic, and if it did not kill me, I passed. I tell you, I was writhing, screaming in agony on the ground for what must have been weeks. But I could not die. I tried to die. I asked to die. She would not kill me. She said, no, deal with it. She just wouldn't let me die. And then eventually, I either got used to the pain or it stopped hurting so much because I got used to the magic in me. But either way, I get up and I'm like, so am I dead? And she said, no, you passed. Now for the next part of the trial. And she flew off into all the other ravens. And she's like, come find me. If you find me, you pass. And I'm like, well, that's a whole mess of birds, and I could be out here forever. So what I did was, I reached into my pocket, took out some more berries, and just threw them. And all the ravens start congregating, fighting over these berries, except for one. And I said, there you are. And she called me a smartass and sent me back with the ship. So I have a ship. It's back home. I just can't do anything with it because I can't sail it by myself. And and I bought my armor from this cool, like, automated looking metal man. I mean, I don't remember what his name was, but it sounded like some kind of delicious dessert, maybe fruitcake. It was a while back. I'll figure it out when I see him. Oh, and the rumors. Let's see. Everyone I've ever sailed with has died. Let's see. Man, I can't even remember all these. Vinny, you might have to pull them up for me. I can surf on a turtle's back. I have a fondness for birds. Let's see, there was 2 more, I think.
Oh, you sent it to me. Okay. You have a soft spot for birds despite not having any real connection with them. Everyone you've sailed with has died. You think that you're the hero in a story that's being told. You can surf on a turtle's back, and you will charm the pants off and then back on to someone else because you're a gentleman.
Now, which of those are good, which of those are bad, and which one of those is made up, that's up for you to decide. But I will tell you right now, I have a charisma of 17. So I may get to decide which ones you believe as I charm your pants right back on.
All right. And just what do you look like?
Oh, so I'm also a half elf. Oh, I'm dropping out of the accent for this one. So I'm also a half elf, little bit taller than Anne over there, which bugs the crap out of him because I will literally lord it over him, much like my younger, taller brother lords it over me. And my hair is black, and my eyes are just kind of like this blue-black. They weren't always like that, but they have been ever since I got raven powers.
Okay.
Before that, they were just brown, and my hair was brown. But now I've got raven looks.
And are you?
I also have chainmail.
Okay.
Which I got from Raspberry Pi, and somewhere on there is his signature, but I can't tell because it's in all the chain links. But I like this armor, even if it is dirty and salty and a little rusty. And I'm hoping to either get some better armor or at least get this cleaned up. Oh, I have a shield, I have a mace, I have a club, etc., etc. And I have a single black feather. It is so black that like the light around it just seems to be pulled in. It is a sign of not so much Raquel's favor, because she thinks I'm annoying, but it's a sign that she doesn't hate me.
Okay.
And as you guys will see, whenever I annoy her, she will let me know. And I do that often.
All right, let's move on to Curtis. Tell us about your boy.
Apologies in advance. The Scottish-Irish accent is very much a work in progress, and I'll probably drop it often.
Just be Shrek. Just Shrek it up.
Shrek, yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hi. Your name is Raspberry Pi. You can call me Pi for short. I hail from Dwarfside. And let's see. What did you want to know?
Just introduce your character however you want. Tell us the rumors and what they look like.
All right. I will send a picture to Discord. Is it a quick sketch for what he looks like? Beep. My files are too big. Damn. That's the first rumor. No.
Wait.
That's a good rumor.
I was gonna say.
I don't know if you can see him. Oh, that's him.
He's a beef boy.
Yeah, he is. He's like 6'3". I didn't want him to be as big as Bjorn. I know I'm pretty sure we have a bugbear in the park, so he's probably not as tall as the bugbear. Anyway, my name's Raspberry Pi. My friends call me Pi. I'm a forged cleric of what's his name? I forgot his name.
Morden.
We threw out his name.
The most important thing, and you forgot it.
Forged cleric of Morden. He fellow dwarves built me in his image, and now I'm here to spread his word. And
Is his word Pi?
It could be.
That's a good word. I like Pi.
The rumors in no particular order. People say I don't understand the world outside of Dwarfside. They also say that I don't know when to stop working. I won't stop until the piece is perfect. Some people think I can't go underwater or I'll rust. Others say I'm the greatest smith in dwarf side. And it's also been told that I have a weird obsession with dodecahedrons.
I'm sorry, Dodeca who now?
Dodecahedrons.
See, I know, but Cooler won't.
Cooler Robbie won't. All right, and last thing, what do you look like?
Oh, I just showed you.
Yeah, you're right. You did, yeah.
Big boy. What are they called? A Warforged.
Warforged.
With chainmail armor and a bit of plating, a bit of plates, just because it looks cooler. And he's got like this big, like, robo blacksmith hammer that he uses as a mace, and he's got a shield that collapses back into his own creative style.
All right, and then last but not least, Falcon.
Alright, so my dude is a 6.5 foot tall fireball that's almost 300 pounds with blonde hair, purple skin, and red eyes.
Dude, you're 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, 7.5 feet tall, sorry.
You're massive.
I am massive. He wears scale mail, but the thing that really sticks out the most is he has this intricately carved amulet that has a wolf's head on it. And next to him is a wolf with jet black fur, but has a white patch around its left eye. And it wears a matching it.
Is it named Spot?
His name is White Fang.
But are his teeth white?
Gleamingly.
I'll allow it.
I imagine every time White Fang's name is said, there's like a crack of thunder in the distance and like somebody shredding on a guitar just off screen.
That's not thunder. He just has bad gas.
Oh.
I don't have a card to help facilitate that.
All right, tell us the rumors about him.
Yeah, don't put that in my lap.
Alright, so he lives alone in the woods surrounded by wolves. Sorry. I haven't thought of anything good. He drinks celestial blood to stay alive.
Okay.
He preys on those he preys on the mischievous on highways. He once saved a town from an orc horde. And he knows how to break dance.
I'm gonna call bullshit on the orc horde, and I want to see you break it down right now.
All right.
I want to see this 7.5 foot tall wolf man break dance.
Lawsuit.
Everybody immediately goes up 2 levels every time he disconnects.
Right?
Dang, I just refreshed because I still can't. I can only see Dylan.
I suddenly has a blaze weave.
That's where it went.
All right, so then just my question for you guys. In the area around Fawn Hill, and you guys should have the map. I sent it way back up, but it's also in the notes section of Roll20. There's a sickness that has been spreading, and people can't seem to figure it out. So they started posting ads around in the city surrounding it and just kind of spreading word that they need help. So what brought you guys to this town?
I said mine's real simple. So last time I spoke with Raquel, and by spoke I mean this raven done just come out of the sky. It got all up in my face. It was flapping and calling. She was pissed at me for something. I ain't quite sure what I did, but she was letting me have it, and I'm like, oh, random bird, get out of my face. And then she done flew off, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what you told me to. I just don't know what you want. And then she flew off towards this here village, and that's why I'm coming to this here village, because I think she's leading the way.
Okay, so you were following the raven there. All right, but
It might not even have been Raquel, but it sounded like it.
you're still aware of the situation of what's going on in the village.
Yeah, I done heard that people was dying over there. I heard they got something called the Rona.
The Rona. Oh man, that was just coincidence, but I'm glad that you brought that up.
Sure it was.
All right.
Plan for years. You're the cause of it all.
What else you guys got?
So for Dan, about 2 years ago, he unwittingly gave bad information to a agent of Xanathar, and that resulted in his capture, subsequent execution. So Xanathar is hot on his tail for compensation, be it money or Anne's life. And so Anne is moving quickly from town to town, doing anything he can for quick cash and staying on the road
Anything?
all the time.
Giggity.
What's that?
Anything?
Oh yeah, everything's on the table, baby.
It's
Or
probably
other
also known as
In-
Fisto.
including the table. All right. Pi, why are you here?
I'm here because I think these people need to hear the word of Martin. I think that's the problem with this town. The Lord isn't here.
Okay. So you're just here. You're like, whatever. Maybe if they turn towards Moradin, then their sickness will disappear.
Also, I can heal people.
True.
I can rebuild them to be better than they were.
You might be the best person for this job. And Firbolg, why are you here?
All right, so his name is Xardaar.
Xardaar.
He's here because he is a member of the Emerald Enclave, and they got word of a strange new disease was spreading in a remote town where a new disease shouldn't just appear. And some critters nearby have mysteriously taken ill with something similar to what's been reported. The Enclave believes that it's not natural, and they want it stopped. So they're sending someone to check it out.
So the Emerald Enclave is a real guild that I'm like kind of putting in the story.
That's mommy.
And he's a member of this guild, and they mostly deal with nature type of events. So they're like, you're the man for the job. Go check it out. All right. So the four of you guys walk into this town. And if you guys look on roll 20, the bar on the right, the very third icon where it says journal, I put some stuff in there. If you look under handouts, you can see a picture of Fawn Hill.
Where is it on the map?
It's under handouts.
All I have is world map under hand.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Oh, really?
Go on
Oh, wait, I might need to edit it. Oh, yeah, it's not in your journal, that's why. All right, it's in
There's
your
also
journal now.
a few characters on here that we haven't met.
Yeah, you'll get to them. All right, it should
Well, while we're figuring that out, it's my cousin or some sort. Oh man, it's Anna Gonye. Come here, buddy.
Okay.
So I run up and I give Ann just a big old hug and a little noogie like, hey there, how you doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in a hot minute because ain't no one got married or died lately.
Well, that's for sure. How you been doing?
Well, I mean, there was this one time that I got attacked by a bird, and that was like 4 hours ago, and now I'm here.
Hey, all right. Well,
Like, it's just the next step on my journey to greatness. How about you, man? You still doing that whole, like, creepy, sneaky thing that you do where you just pop up behind me and I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
you know it. I'm a creepy sneaky.
I know, I didn't even...
Sneaky going all the time. That's why I'm on the run right now. I got too creepy and too sneaky.
Well, I mean, maybe if you was creepy and sneaky enough, they wouldn't have seen you in the first place.
That's fair.
Good point. I gotta
But
get
was you
creepy.
doing something bad? Because I got to stop you from doing something bad.
Oh man,
guys-
I ain't gonna do nothing bad for you.
You guys
Wait.
both remind me of Zeke from Bob's Burgers, I swear.
I'm like, oh, man, look over there. It's one of them. What do they call that there? It's a robot. And...
Yeah, look at that robot. You big
The
old
last
boy.
robot I ever saw, well, he done made this here armor. I'm gonna go ask if it's that same robot or if he knows that robot. You think all them robots know each other?
I think they do, man.
All right, let's go.
They all look the same to me.
I was going to make that joke. Damn it.
So they approach
Like,
you.
hey there, metal man. You look awful familiar. But I mean, I don't want to like offend or nothing by it. I just think we
We
might have
all
met
the same
before.
lad.
No, I just think I might have met you before. If you are not the same one I met before, you're only the second man made out of metal that I've encountered. Therefore, I have no evidence with which to differentiate y'all.
What's your name again?
They call me Robert of Frosthold. I am not from Frosthold.
Robert,
I just
yeah.
went there once.
I'm
So,
just
I'm
Robert. I
Robbie
never
for
forget
short.
her face. It's in here forever.
Well, if you never forget, have we met?
Yes, I'm Pi. I made that armor.
You did. Thank you. It is so helpful. Like, look at it. I have definitely taken my fair share of wear and tear. It has saved my life more times than I can count, and not just because I can't count very high.
Do you have the rest of the payment for it?
If you could refresh my mind as to what that was and show me the documents that I assuredly would have signed.
No, don't worry about it.
I tell you what, if I need more armor in the future, I will gladly compensate you for your time, trouble, and materials.
I certainly hope so.
Where are you, Xardaar, while this is happening?
All right. While that's happening, a wolf just starts running by with a quarterstaff in its mouth, looking around for something. Xardaar walks out from the woods, and the wolf runs up to him and sits down, wagging his tail, waiting.
Holy Shaquille O'Neal, he is huge.
So Xardaar picks up, grabs the quarterstaff, and just chucks it as far as he can.
I figured that's what was going on.
And the wolf just scampers off.
It's playing fetch. Okay.
All right, so I walk off.
What?
But, Robert, how many melons do you think he can hold in his hand at one time?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I walk on over to him, and I say,
We'll get some melons.
you do that. I'm gonna go introduce ourselves. I walk up to him, and I'm like, I just got one question for you, buddy.
Okay.
Where's the rest of you?
Yeah, you're pretty tiny, man. Look at you. You're so small.
I seem bigger.
All right, hold on. I actually have something for this. All right, so for funsies, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself and shorten myself by 3 feet.
I didn't
dang.
really hit that high.
So you're 7 feet tall.
Yeah, so you're 4 feet tall now? 4.5?
4.5 feet.
Hey,
Okay.
Robert, look at this midget here. Where you come from?
Well, I mean, he's standing right where the big boy was standing, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say he's either secretly really short or secretly really tall, and he's just messing with us. I just don't know which is which right now.
Could be secretly average and just kind of going in between the two.
Ooh, you might be onto something there, buddy.
All
So,
right.
quick question for you, Mr. Shrunky Dink.
Okay.
How tall are you,
Dang, I like
really?
that.
Taller than you.
All right.
All right.
Not currently, sir.
So you guys make your way into the town, and as you approach, it's like the middle. It's the So it's the middle of the day, and you guys know that this is a farming community. So with farming, normally there should be a lot of people out and working, but you really don't see that many. The few people that you do see out and moving around, they don't seem as though they're actually working physically hard to get something done. They're just kind of wandering and walking slowly, and their eyes are sunken in, and they look a little paler than normal. And as you walk, you just see one person just straight fall onto the ground in the middle of walking, just straight fall, flat on their
I'm
face.
gonna run up and run diagnostics on.
Like, oh man, we gotta go figure out what's going on. So I'll dash on over there and I'll come sliding in on my knees, like, hey buddy, you okay? Come on, talk to me. Talk to your buddy Cooler. Talk to the cooler Robbie, the coolest Robbie you ever done met.
The two of you guys, go ahead.
gonna say, I think I've seen this before back in Mystic Beach. It's pretty rampant around there. That hero wine, people get on that, and man, they just have a hard time.
Hero one.
Like it.
So you guys are like trying to support him, and he's standing up on his own, but he is moving just super slow. Just.
Can I take a look at him and see if I can deduce how to help him?
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
Can I? Oh, okay. It's the same as my medicine. So. All right. 22.
Okay. Looking
Okay,
at this
I don't
guy,
have to check.
he just looks as though he hasn't gotten any sleep in a long time.
Why haven't you been sleeping, lad?
He just looks at you with this just like blank expression on his face, and his head just kind of tilts a little bit to one side, and then he just slowly starts walking back to wherever he was going. Just super slow.
I'm gonna like grab him, and I'm gonna pull out one of my little trinkets of Moradin, which is it's a little blacksmith hammer coming up out of a tiny little anvil. And it's on a little chain. I'm gonna
Nice. He
Here, lad. You need religion in your life, lad. This is Moradin. He'll help you. Pray to him.
He just still has that blank, expressionless look on his face. But he takes the trinket, and his arm just falls down really slowly, and then he just keeps on walking.
We should see where he goes. We should see where he goes.
I mean,
That was relative.
sure. Let's figure out what's up with this here fella. In fact, they all kind of look like this, don't they?
Yeah, you look around, and almost every person that you see outside is moving and walking in the exact same way. Some of them, it seems as though they're trying to go about their daily chores. You see a person pick up a pickaxe, and they're bringing it down just like super slowly. They're not even like swinging it fast. It's like they just lost the motivation and ability to move fast.
Guys, I think I know what's happening here. They're all coming down from the biggest haste spell we ever done seen.
So as you look around the town, inspecting all these people, there's a few buildings that kind of stand out to you. You see one building that's a little bit bigger than most. It's about 2 stories, and it has a little what do you call it? A roof, and some tables outside. So you guys figure this is a place where people go and eat, like a restaurant, bar, in type
Like an
place.
awning?
Awning, that's the word. Yes.
What do you call it? A roof?
I couldn't.
I thought he was going to say it was freestanding, and then it was a gazebo, and he couldn't think of the word gazebo.
No.
And then I was going to ask him to detect good or evil on it.
I have detect magic. Can I cast detect magic on the gazebo?
If there was one, yeah. All right. You also see a tall white building, and there's a big symbol on the top of it. It's a circle with a flame inside, and you know this is a church. And then you also, of all the houses, they look like they're just about the same. There's one house that is there's a little river that runs through the town. There's one house, it just looks a little bit bigger, and you see someone coming out of that house, and they're actually moving at a normal speed.
I'm going to go talk to that person. Who's with me?
Well, hey, you. Hey.
Oh,
Like, well met, buddy.
hey, are you guys here to help us? What are you doing?
I mean, I guess so. What's going on?
Well, this is just the craziest thing. Where we like to farm, it's how we make our money, it's our livelihood. And I don't know what happened just a few weeks ago, about a month ago. Everyone just started getting a little sick. And we don't know how it spread, but people are just they're dying. And she points to the guy that fell down on his face, and he says, that guy falls down like once an hour, and every time he falls, I think that's it for him. I don't know how, other people are getting it, but we need some help.
Are you a farmer?
Well,
Are you a farmer?
Are you with what?
Are you a farmer?
Yes, that's my field right over there. And she points to a little house with a little like wheat field beside it.
Do you grow anything other than the rest of them? Or do they grow something other than you?
Well, we all kind of grow different things. I grow wheat. We have a corn field over there. We have a vegetable garden. We sell our vegetables to the local communities, and that's how we make our money. And we do a little bit of trading with the elves that live in the forest right over there.
now I'd heard that the corn y'all got here is the best corn that we could find anywhere around, and much better than that god off corn they sell over in Cornway. Is that true?
Well, I think that we have the best corn on the continent. It's a little sweet.
All right, so if I was looking to come to the central place to get corn, like the hub, would y'all be the corn hub? Or is it the stay-at-home hub right now?
I think they're on their quarantine.
Well, we tried to quarantine everybody, but we need the workers. Our inability to tend the fields means we're going to be making less money this month. So some of
I
us
get it.
have picked up the slack.
I get it. Food workers are essential.
Vinny, are you sure that this wasn't done intentionally?
Yes.
He had to have caused it.
I did this like November of 2018.
Okay,
Plan
that's fine.
That long. Yeah, this is all on him. He caused
Vinny,
it.
have you been to the Wuhan province recently?
This energy
I'm just
into
saying.
the universe, Vinny.
Me, no. It's just perfect.
His
coinky-dink.
acquaintances, yes.
Now, I got a question. Now, you said it seems like everybody's getting it. Was there anything weird or out of the ordinary that happened before y'all started getting sick, or was like some stranger coming through town or something?
Well, yeah.
Not us.
Yeah,
Like
actually.
we got here after y'all got sick.
No, of course. Well, there's the elves that live in the forest, but they're kind of reclusive. We don't really see the entire community, but they do have a speaker. His name is Tolvis, and he comes to town every now and then to, trade supplies and everything. And last time he came to town, now that you're saying it, it was right about a month ago when all this kind of happened. And he didn't really seem himself. He's, an older elf, but he's very composed, but he seemed wild. He wasn't himself.
Now, would you say that all the folks here that are displaying, let's call it just lethargy here, are they normally very energetic people?
Oh, of course, because we have to work all day.
All right, so it seems like a symptom of whatever's going on here is that it makes you the opposite of yourself. If you're normally running,
Yes.
with your pedal to the metal, by which I mean flower petals to the metal man here, then you slow down. But if you're normally calm, cool, and collected, well, then you just gonna put it all out there.
I mean, I haven't really seen that. It just seems like everyone's just kind of gotten real slow lately.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Healer.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
one of us should be.
If you're a doctor, you should go speak with Dr. Eno right over here.
I should have said healer. But where is he?
Oh, he's this building I just came right out of.
I'm gonna go in.
Let's talk to the healer man.
So you approach, and there's a little section with just some chairs. It looks very much like a waiting room, and you're facing down a long hallway, and you just see a guy in a white coat. He's got brown hair and glasses, and he says, "Just fill out the forms. I'll be right out there."
Well, what's the form to fill out to interview you? Because I got questions.
While we're doing this, can I have White Fang sniffing around the town to see if Anything strange?
Yeah, he can be like
Like
sniffing
literally
around.
sniffing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you sniff that butt. You sniff that butt for the both of us.
Does he look sick, this doctor?
Give me an Actually, give me an insight check. Those of you guys that want to check this out.
I'll do it.
All right.
24.
Side.
I won't roll. He got a 24. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't need to bother.
I say I can't do that high. I only get +3, so no point.
Based on how everyone else has been acting in the town, kind of slow, he seems very much lively. Although, he has some color to his skin, his eyes are not sunken in. He seems very much alive and like he's got life in him,
What race did you say he is?
Human. Everyone here is just about a human.
Everyone's human. Okay.
Just about,
Almost
Just
everyone.
about.
All right.
Now,
Just about a
roll
human.
four,
We're not.
Would I be feeling out for a burning sensation in my groin?
Oh, he pulls out.
Dude, I told you not to go hook up with them strange girls down in Mystic Beach.
He
I
pulls
know
out a
that,
big needle and he goes, "What was that now?"
I think he went to the corn hub.
a burning sensation.
Well, if something's burning down there, there's only one way to make it stop. And he like squeezes the syringe, that a little bit of liquid comes out.
And I'm like, hold up. I'm sure we can just get someone to cast Chill Touch on it and it ain't gonna burn no more.
Well, I mean,
Well,
if that's
now
the kind
that
of
doesn't have
touching
to be
you're
touched.
into.
Are there any small metal objects in the room just lying around?
Not lying around, but you get the idea that this is the doctor who has to perform some kind of surgery. Down the hallway, past this little counter, you imagine you would find some scalpels and stuff down there.
I'm not going to take like doctor's tools. I just meant like the equivalent of a pen or something.
Yeah, there's like a a ballpoint.
Is it chained to the counter?
Kind of on the counter. It is. It is chained to the counter.
I'm gonna try to take it, but like not like I'm taking it, just like I'm inspecting it.
Okay.
And while we're waiting, I'm going to where is it? Where is it? I'm going to use my
Bubbles.
artisan's blessing, and in my hands, it's going to mold into another little trinket of Morden.
Okay. So his pen turned into a hammer and anvil. All right.
And the
Does it
chain
still
stays
have a
on it.
ballpoint pen part at the end?
Yeah, the chain stays on it so that you can wear it. But
Okay, I like it. I like it. It still has a little
Like,
point.
that's
you
pretty
can
cool.
write.
oh, totally.
So
That was pretty cool. I kind of like that Magic Metal Man.
he was back there washing his hands, and then he approaches you guys. Says, "Well, gentlemen, how can I help you today?"
Well, first you need to go back. That was not 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm a doctor. Trust me.
It needs to be two. Just sing your favorite song while you wash your hands.
Oh, I sang "Happy Birthday" twice. Trust me.
You should do what I do and just cast heat metal on yourself. That'll sterilize anything.
He's not made of metal. I don't think that's going to work.
You never know until you try.
Yeah, you never know.
You boys
Doctor,
don't
can
look
you
like
cast heat
you're-
metal?
I cannot. But you guys don't look like you're
It ain't going to work.
from the village.
I'll
Oh,
give you that idea.
you're here to help, are you?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm here for a reason, and I guess that reason's to help.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean,
Why aren't you?
How about you start with the beginning, and then tell me the middle part, and then tell me what's going on now?
all right. So, so my patient started presenting symptoms about a month ago, 3.5 weeks to be precise. It seems as though when they try to sleep at night, they're unable to. They have these horrible hallucinations, and it keeps them up at night. And it's gotten to the point that some of these people haven't been able to sleep for weeks. And I don't know how it's spreading. That's the thing that I do not understand. It started with the older folk, and now some of the younger and younger folk are starting to get it as the older folk have started to die off. One thing that I cannot explain, and I've only found this on a handful of my patients, they have come here and I have checked every single one of them out individually. They've laid down on my bed here for me to, it's like a doctor's bed, where you lay down and they do all that checking you shit. After some of them...
Thank you for clarifying that. I pictured some sexy times going on here.
I went to go rip off
Seducing the elderly.
The paper the paper that they put there that you lay down on.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go rip it off, and I found these thorns here. And he points to a little jar that he pulled up, and you just see it's got like maybe 20 little black thorns that you've seen. I mean, you guys have been alive in the world. You know what a thorn on a vine or on a rose or flower would look like. These are black, and they almost look as though they're decaying.
Yeah, bro.
You might hand those over. Or just one.
Here we go. I wouldn't take them out of the jar, though.
Why not?
Well, we don't know what it is. Maybe this is what is making them feel this way.
I don't think it'll affect me.
If you want yogurt.
Be my guest.
And I'm just going to take one out because it's not going to affect me. And I hope it's not magical.
It sounds
I
pretty
mean-
magical.
No, I don't think it'll
Once
pierce my
per-
skin. He said he found them in them, right?
Yeah. Well, he found
Yeah.
them on the bed after some patients were lying down on it.
Oh, never mind. In that case, I'll keep it in the biome.
Well, hold on real quick. I'm going to go ahead and use Divine Sense to detect if it has been, hallowed in an evil sort.
Okay.
Or if it is fiendish.
Like, I also have a once per short rest use of Detect Magic. I can see if there's any leftover traces.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use that Divine Sense. Is there any sort of evil deity juju bees on these thorns?
Do you also sense good, or do you only sense evil?
Good and evil.
You sense both.
All right, guys, this is real confusing. Like, there's some good stuff here. There's some bad stuff here. It's like that split second when you bite into a cookie that you think is chocolate chip, but it turns out to be oatmeal raisin, or you got that bad creeping in to ruin that good. I just ain't sure which one got here first. But there is some magic going on in here, and it looks like a little bit of a otherworldly juju.
I do have Identify if you guys want me to do that.
What does that do?
I choose one object that I must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it's magic or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties, how to use them, blah, blah, blah. I learn if there's any spell affecting them, and if I learn that if it was created by a spell, what spell created it.
And after he explains that, I look over at him. And you couldn't have told me that before I burned one of my uses of this. I can only do it so many times a day.
I forgot, I guess.
I mean, it's good to know for the future, but...
Do you want me to tell you everything I
be-
can do? Here, just so you know, I can mend things, I can spare dying things, I can speak a word of radiance, I can identify things, I can searingly smite things, I can heat metal things, I can make a weapon magical, and I can heat metal things at a second level. I'm sorry, searingly smite things at a second level.
As soon as I hear that he can make weapons magical, I pull out my Morning Star. Can you make this here magical?
Not right now. It won't do you any good yet.
All right, but we're going to come back to this. That sounds awesome.
All right, so Xardaar, are you going to cast Detect Magic on it?
I mean, if he has Identify, there's no real point for me doing that. Because he said there is some traces of something otherworldly. He has Identify. Detect Magic seems just kind of useless.
It's up to you guys.
It is good and it is evil.
Detect magic on steroids.
I will cast Identify on the thorn for my first.
For flavor, can this just be scam?
It's basically what it is, yeah. Like you see his eyes, like they like zoom in. I almost gave him a welding visor, but I decided not to.
You could have been a
His eyes, like,
Cylon.
zoom in and dilate, and and like
How long? How long does identify take?
1 minute.
how long does it take? 1 minute.
Okay, while everything is going on, is White Fang still like around the village, or has he wandered off a little bit looking at something?
He's been kind of, wandering around the village, which has scared off a lot of the villagers. They're like, what the fuck, a wolf? What? Whenever you guys leave this room, we'll do a roll for him.
No, I know where he is. You gave me that.
Oh, yeah. But we're going to do a roll to see if he found something.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. So here's what you find out about this thorn. Let's see. You learn its properties and how to use it. Okay, you know for a fact that these thorns are what's carrying whatever this disease or sickness is.
Death the thorn. Go on.
Let's see. Learn whether any spells are affecting the item. There are no spells affecting it and what they are. If it was created by a spell, you learn which spell. It was not created by a spell. Inside touch a creature, you learn what spells, if any. Okay. Yeah. So you learn that this is what is spreading this disease.
So, do I know its properties?
What else do you want to know? I feel like I told you everything about it.
All I know is that it's the problem. I don't know what it actually does.
Oh, it,
Equals bad.
that's about all that you get from the spell right now.
All right, real quick. When I cast Divine Sense, I would have been able to pick up anything within 60 feet that wasn't like behind cover. So anything in this room. If there are any patients we can see and there are thorns on them, I should be able to detect them.
So there were no patients. You last saw that person leave that you talked with them.
Were there any thorns on the doctor?
On the doctor, no. You didn't feel any from him. He's wearing like 4 sets of gloves and like 3 masks.
I had to run out of those in pandemics. You ought to spare them. Falcon, what's your character's name again?
Xardaar.
Xardaar. All right.
I'm gonna call him Tiny.
Hey, Xardaar, you're a ranger, right?
I'm a ranger, yes.
Any idea where these sorts of thorns might be found?
Give me a nature check.
Seeing if I have anything special regarding that.
At the very least, you should be good at nature.
I hope so.
Like, what does that mean? He has a sweet herb garden.
It's in his nature.
Sweet herb garden.
He's got all the herbs and spices. At least
All 7 of them.
Oh, is it 7?
Yeah.
I don't remember the number. I just know it's.
Would you say these thorns are something related to a forest?
Yeah. I'd say so, yeah.
He froze.
Same.
I say, yeah. I saw everyone first. I can still hear you. Okay, I see Robbie
Yeah,
moving.
we're back.
All right.
Curtis!
Vinny's not moving.
What?
This is the first time I've seen you in 53 minutes.
See, Vinny just moved for 1
Miss
frame.
me?
He went from...
He's back. Everybody's like low frame rate except Robbie.
I'm moving. Wait, I can't even see Robbie.
That's
Can't
not
see
cool.
me?
No, I can hear you.
Do it again. Maybe he'll see it this time.
I don't know what you did. It's okay. I've been staring at Dylan for a long time now. I'm going to change it up and stare at Curtis now.
Oh, I'm going to miss your attention.
Looking at you, boy.
Oh,
All
damn.
right, would you say the thorns are something forest-based?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So I get advantage on wisdom and intelligence checks on anything forest-related.
Okay.
I got a 12.
You got 12? Oh,
You only get a +1 to nature?
Intelligence is my dump stat.
All right, so
I was raised by wolves.
That's fair.
The fridge is open.
All right, so you've been in the woods. You're pretty familiar with the plant life, but what you've
Fauna.
the fauna, yes.
Flora.
You have
Flora.
never seen
Both.
flora. Yes, damn it. You've never seen these thorns. You're starting to think back on anything that like trying to make some connections, and there's no connections for you to be made here except for that thorns are normally attached to something, like it's on the stem of a flower or something like that. So it's weird to just see like thorns off of just by themselves. To you, it almost looks like
Oh no,
teeth.
what is he writing? Alright, so a little thing I have speech of beast and leaf. I can talk to plants.
Only if they're alive.
I mean,
Wait.
I wouldn't normally let you do that, but this is like, it's like trying to talk to someone's teeth,
I mean, I'm just saying if we find plants.
So if he was a dentist, he can make that work.
For sure.
Alright, what did Robbie write on the board?
I can't see it.
Me neither.
I can't
I
tell.
can't read it.
It's too blurry.
Something profit.
Yeah,
Dead?
profit's at the bottom. I can't read the rest of it.
2 is something dead.
Something everything.
Seduce everything.
Seduce everything. Make the DM. I can't read that next part.
Make the DM dead?
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Profit.
And profit. Well, if you seduce him, I think he'll be very comfortable indeed.
Especially if you can talk the pants back onto him.
Right?
Well, my
I'm not-
charisma's
see, I-
that high, so he's definitely gonna be uncomfortable in the process.
What's your charisma, Robbie?
14, so that's a +2.
It's not bad.
It's pretty high. Mine's 10.
Mine's an 8.
Yeah. He's going to have a fun time spreading the word of his god. All right, so
He's going to spread something, all right.
so what did you find out about this thorn? I saw you scan it with your robot eye thing.
I robot
One,
eye.
sir, that is offensive.
And 2, it is also correct.
Actually, I identify as a doctor, not a robot.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you specifically. I learned that it's a magic imbued object. I learned its properties and how to use them. I learned whether it requires attunement to use. I learned how many charges it has, if any. I learned whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. And I learned if it was created by a spell and which spell created it. So, it's magical. And it's what's causing this problem.
All right, I want to make an Arcana check on this. And I'm not very good at it, but my guy just kind of would do this anyway.
All right.
Like, now, I know it's got something. I'm going to see if I can...
Oh, ravens! Why is there a raven in my post?
You want to explain what happened there, Tiny?
Sorry, I suffer from visions of an impending doom.
I get something like that too, except it's real and the raven is all up in my face, and that's why I can't grow a beard because she got stuck once and that was a bad day. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make an Arcana check on this, see if I can detect, like, maybe figure out where the general source of this magic is coming from if it's nearby. So let's see what I can do here. I got a 3.
Can I assist him, Vinny?
You shouldn't.
How would you
I am -1 to Arcana checks.
I
My
can
guy's
assist
not very
you.
smart.
With an Arcana check.
Why don't you just roll the Arcana?
Then I will.
All right, they do that because I'm like, I got nothing.
I
I
didn't
know it's
want to
magic,
just,
but I can't tell.
like, discount the fact that he tried and then just me try. I was going to try to assist, so it still sounded like there's player agency. But whatever,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Like I ain't too proud to let you do your thing.
What did you get?
I got a 3.
3.
Okay, well, I got an 8 with a plus. That's with a +3. So
Mine was with a -1, so
Oh shoot! If I had done it, I would have got a
Wait.
21.
Why don't you do it then?
Wait, so you did a 5
Yep.
plus 3, Curtis? Okay. Yeah, you don't get
Yeah.
much from it.
Gannon, William.
And
I want to ask the
And my
doctor.
carpet!
Let's see. What's his name
Are you gonna say
again?
sorry?
Go to the notes. Dr. Eno. Is it Eno or Eno?
You don't draw
I think it's
the ball.
Eno.
Eno.
Dr. Eno, I saw a church on the way in. What sort of church is that?
Oh yes, that's the Church of Syrian.
Oh,
You should know
what?
about them. The
Syria?
Church of Syrian. Syrian. Sirrio.
Syrian. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're like the biggest religion
Do I
around.
know about that?
Well, I mean, it's the only church here in town, so they're kind of running unopposed.
Well, it used to be a different church, not one that I attended, but it seems as though they just came into town, pushed those people out, and then remodeled it and made it the nicest building.
Do I know
How
about
long
the
ago
Church
did
of
that
Syrian?
happen?
A few months
Dang
ago.
it.
could have had time to
Say
set up.
About it.
Still might be tight.
Do I know about the Church of Syrian, Vinny?
Yes, you do, and this is one of the, like I said, like the gods and deities and stuff are going to play a big role here. Syrian is the god
You
of
could choose
fire
between Black
and change.
Panther and Lightning McQueen.
And,
Or
that's,
no
and if
juice
you
at all.
don't, if that's not like a part of your religion, that's just kind of like what you would know about it, like passing by.
One or the other.
He's the god of loose pocket change. I like it.
Who was the
Then no juice at all.
what was the church beforehand?
See you later.
Boy, I don't know. You know, I'm not much of a religious man myself, so I never really paid attention to what church it was. But people hardly went there anyway, so there was almost no point in them being here.
I said, I get you. I wasn't much for religion myself until
Stop
I
it!
found myself just, bonded to the Great Raven. I didn't really have much say in the matter, but I do kind of do me a little religion now. Like, I don't like worship or nothing, but if she pops up and tells me to do something, I'm gonna probably do it.
Hi, gives you a high five.
Paw Patrol. That's what you got. Your mates do.
All right, but I do say we go check out it.
Uh-oh.
And
I
he's
think
gone.
I accidentally...
Robbie, no.
Wait, did you
I think I
kick
did by
him out?
accident.
Were you trying to turn it down?
Yeah, I was trying to adjust his volume and accidentally just kicked him out. How do I
I
add
learned-
him back in?
I learned today that
Amon removed Pickles plural.
I learned
from the
today
group.
that you can adjust individual volume, and that changed everything. Who's
Oh,
that?
No. I can't believe I did that. Oh my god.
Amon added Dylan to the
Oh,
group.
that's the wrong Dylan. Shit. Alright, I gotta get rid of that. Holy shit. Alright. Man, I'm having a hard time. I'm so sorry.
All right, we back.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I must have
Where'd
missed
you
something.
go?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to adjust the volume and I accidentally clicked on remove from group. And then I added the wrong Dylan back. And I was just like, oh fuck.
I mean, effectively, that did adjust the volume. So
Yeah, you definitely adjusted my volume all right. You asshole.
now he's going to be louder.
And then here's the best part. He added the wrong Dylan
Yup.
back in.
And random person just immediately
You know
answered.
You know, he played in the campaign for a little bit. He took down the big bad.
We're all level 20
So,
now.
That was a really short campaign. You did not do a lot of planning.
Guess what?
All
I
right.
rolled a nature check,
Well,
and I figured out everything about the thorn.
nice. Okay. I vote we go investigate that there church, or at the very least, I'm gonna go see what y'all did while I was gone.
all right. So you leave. Now let's resolve White Fang. So White Fang was kind of sniffing around at what was he looking for specifically?
Just if there was anything that smelled off to the village.
Like that didn't smell like a farm?
So give
Yeah.
me.
Like anything that didn't smell like it would belong in this.
You're back.
Not counting us.
Give me an investigation
I
check.
said, because I smell salty.
Investigation.
Yeah.
While he's looking for his puppy, hey, Pie, I got a question for you, buddy.
Guy's gone. He went
he-
and turned himself off or something.
Well, when he reboots, I'm gonna talk to him.
Can I make it perception, please? What? Yeah, sure.
Instead of investigation.
Yeah, because he's a wolf. His intelligence is -4.
Sure.
And can I make it
Yeah, it would be perception, not investigation.
smell based?
I mean, he is
All right.
smelling.
I have advantage. All right, so the first one is a 23. The second one's a 13. So I think I'll go with the 23.
As he's sniffing around town, he notices how almost every house has a scent that it smells off to him. It doesn't fit with the rest of the smells of the town. He starts sniffing at the behind. The
He was started
den,
behind.
and
There it is.
and he gets a really strong scent from behind the
We should
All
go
right.
behind you.
Something smells fishy.
and it.
Damn it! I should have waited till we were at the sea to say that one.
Or at least near the water.
There's a river in town. There could be fish there, sir.
So where you guys want to? You were going to the church.
Yeah,
right
but
now?
real quick, Mr. Pie. Now that you finished charging and have rebooted, I got a question for you. Whenever we get a chance, you think you can mend and polish up this here armor?
I just give me an hour with it.
All right, we will do that whenever we get a chance later, sir.
Oh, you can make armor.
Oh, I didn't say make.
I can.
Can you do anything with a unicorn pelt and a unicorn horn?
Gotta be metal.
Like, I mean, it's pretty fucking metal. Yeah.
All right. So you guys walk into the church. The church stands out in the town because it looks newer than everything else. It doesn't match the rest of the
Give me a
architecture.
Give me a D20.
It looks very different compared
All right,
to
I want to roll perception.
as you walk in.
See if anything stands out that doesn't seem regular churchy to me.
Regular churchy.
Okay.
I got a nat 20. Oh yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
All right. Let me just.
Is this the first nat 20 of the campaign?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's record that for
All right.
posterity. Where
The church
is it?
has.
Oh, my phone's in the way.
You're rolling real dice now. That's right.
I'm borrowing Falcons.
Nice.
All right.
It's gone.
All right, so the church has high white ceilings with hundreds of candles lit all throughout the different parts of the church. There's almost so many candles lit that it almost seems a little dangerous, like almost a fire hazard. It has a central aisle and then tons of pews on the left and the right side. Just above the priest's podium, which is at the back of the church, hangs a large circular emblem with the symbol of an upside-down, multicolored flame.
Right.
All right, is there anybody in there?
I mean, yes, at the front you see a short dwarf.
Aren't all doors short? I mean,
Well, a dwarf.
Or is he short for a
He's a
dwarf?
little bit shorter than most dwarves that I've seen.
fair enough. So I'm gonna walk on over to him like, "Hey there, friend."
You're rather short.
Oh, hello! Why, yes, it's who I am. How can I help
Well,
you
first,
guys?
I think you got too many candles lit here. I'm no fire marshal, but I'm pretty sure this is a fire hazard.
What's a fire marshal?
Oh, it's okay. Syrian likes the fire, so we keep it lit for Syrian.
What
I mean, you.
It's a way that we can honor.
what church used to be here?
Oh God, you guys really want me to
Yeah.
tell
I
you?
mean, it doesn't seem important to the
let's see.
story, but I'm just curious.
Okay. It used to be the Church of Marjorie, and you guys know that Marjorie is the goddess of
That's an alarm.
order and balance.
I've never heard
That
of
is-
Mahjong, but sounds like a pretty cool deity.
I thought you said misery, and I didn't want any of that.
Misery?
MAJ.
I used to know a Moriarty. Can I,
Well, as you can see, that's why people weren't going here. Marjorie was all about balance and keeping things equal, and Syrian is about tipping the scales in your favor.
Ooh. When I rolled for perception, did I see any scales?
You
Dang it.
did not.
Because I was gonna walk over to it and be like this. Like, okay, now tell me about
Does
tipping
he
the
look
scales
sick?
in my favor. How do y'all achieve this?
All right, so here's kind of the role that the deities and religion is going to play here. There are plenty of gods to choose from. I'm not going to limit you guys to any of them. And the way it works is the more popular a religion becomes, so the more worshippers a deity will have. Typically, that means the deity is more powerful. So there is competition as gods want to have more worshippers, so they have more power themselves. Syrian has become the most popular religion in the area. So the more people join it, the more powerful this god becomes, which means the more ability this god will have to intervene in people's lives. So, you might be lucky if you join Syrian, and then you might find a treasure chest filled with money, or your enemy might fall off a cliff. So they're literally about tipping the scales in.
I put my hand on this dwarf's shoulder, and I lean down to his level and get right in his face, and I make sure that my little amulet trinket of Moradin is hanging out, and I put my hand on my blacksmith hammer. It's not out of the sheath; it's just in there. And I say in Dwarvish, "What made you abandon your Lord Moradin?"
Well, I was in Dwarvish. He says, "I was poor and I needed money, and nothing was working for me. I turned towards Syrian, and all of a sudden I was granted many boons. And now I even have a place where I can preach, and I even have a place to stay. I am well taken care of."
There's always room in Dwarfside. If you could leave this folly behind.
Oh, well, I came from,
Never heard of it.
okay.
I don't know a lot of Dwarvish, but I heard him curse.
Yes, I know Dwarfside, but Dwarfside's a little trashier. So
I tighten my
don't you
grip
think?
on his shoulder.
He puts his hand on your hand. He says, "Please, what can I do for you? I don't want any trouble
Or
here."
hear about the sickness, lad.
Laddie.
Yes, it is a shame.
You seem unaffected.
The doctor told me. Well, it must be what Syrian wants.
Oh, are you saying you're the only worshiper of Syrian here?
Oh no, many of the townsfolk come here. They've been coming for a long time now. They understand that Syrian wants change. Syrian is the fire. Fire is life. Fire is death. Fire is honest. And fire does not discriminate. Fire is the instrument of
Hey, can y'all
change.
switch back to common? I got no idea what's going on.
He said
Okay.
that in common.
I tell you in Elvish. Hey, hang on there, mate. You're an elf, right?
Do you frequent
Yeah.
the inn?
No, I have a room. And he points like to this little hallway in the back of the church. I have a quarters over there. I don't need to go to the inn.
Does everyone else go to the inn pretty often?
Well, yes, it's the only place where you can get a drink in town.
And you are a teetotaler.
Yes. I do love my tea.
I was saying you're a teetotaler, which means you are drier than the desert.
Well, yes. I try not to drink anymore. Those days are behind.
Huh. Two.
I believe that we trade from the towns around us. I believe it comes from Waterdeep.
All right. Give me just a sec. I gotta go ask the doctor something. And at this point, I walk back to the clinic. Like, if y'all want to talk to the priest while I'm walking over there, it'll take me a minute to get there.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, are you familiar with the elves that come and trade here frequently?
Well, me personally, no. I know that there's a town or city of elves. I don't know their numbers because we only see one of them. But there is a congregation of elves deep in the woods. They try to keep to themselves, but they do trade with us every now and then. They usually have a messenger that they send. His name is Tolvis.
We keep hearing that name. I think we need to visit him.
Well, I wish I could tell you how to find him, but all I know is he's in the woods.
All right. At this point, I'm over at the clinic. Hey, Doc, I got a quick question for you.
Okay. Yes.
You go to the inn and drink?
Oh, of course I do.
All right. It ain't the alcohol. Thanks for your time. And I head on back.
Nope, no problem.
You know, we forgot to ask him what he learned about before and about the sickness. We didn't bother. We just came to our
learned
own.
what we could, and then
We came to our own conclusions, but he didn't bother asking.
That's true. Yeah.
We would be terrible patients. We'd be like, all right, Doc, I can't figure out what's wrong with you, so I'm going to die.
Social distancing? Who needs it?
Like, look, you will not stop me from licking strangers as I please.
Did you hear about that influencer who licked a toilet seat and got coronavirus?
I did not, and I hope that's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
desserts.
saw a post. It was the Corona challenge.
Yep.
What is a toilet head? Nope. I don't need this answer. Let's move on.
Yeah, gross.
Ugh. Are there any holy symbols in the church? Like smaller ones?
I mean, you see this one particular symbol kind of everywhere in the church. You see Bibles that are, in front on the back of each pew, and it has a symbol of Syrian on it. There's this big pendant that's hanging above the podium of the symbol of Syrian. You just kind of see it.
Are any of them made of metal?
He's got like a rosary bead that looks like it's made out of metal with the symbol of Syrian hanging down at the end. At the front of the church, there's some tables, probably where they collect offerings, and there's the symbol on like a stick type thing. Like imagine like a candle holder.
I am going to what's the dwarf's name again?
Oh, my name is Jesper.
I'm gonna go up to Jesper. I've got a and what's the god's name again? I forgot.
Syrian.
Wrote it down. Thank you, Steven. I've got a donation for Syrian, and I hand it to him, and it's a copper, and I put it to his rosary, and put my hand around it, and with the copper, I add an anvil to the bottom of the flame, which is another symbol of Marden. Like an anvil with a flame on top is another symbol of him.
Okay, so the anvil. All right, he rolled a 3. He didn't.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
But he doesn't know where the coin went. He's just like, fuck it. It must be somewhere in my shirt.
All right. I rolled a 16. Did I see him do that?
Probably. Did you want me
Yeah.
to roll anything for that? Light of hand or
No, you're fine. No, because it seemed like you were trying to give it to him. He rolled so badly a perception check that you're good.
I have a +0, so you probably noticed it. Elf boy, whose name I can't remember.
I didn't lose my cat.
Which elf?
What, the cooler one or
Xardaar.
little
Robbie,
Amy?
that's right, Robert. How do I forget Robert?
Right?
I'm only gonna call you Cooler, and eventually, once I make you a full suit of armor, you'll be Metal Cooler.
That's what I'm hoping for. And then we'll find my little brother, Frieza.
And your dad, King Cool.
Chilled.
King Cold.
No.
What about Chilled? Who was Chilled? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. Long story short, I am the heir to the icebox fortune. My family created iceboxes.
I think Chilled was from another universe.
Probably.
Yeah, it was
So
from Legend of Bardock.
I walk up to Pie and I give him a quick tap, and I'm like, now, Mr. Pie, may I speak with you in private right quick?
Aye.
All right, so we step aside, and I'm like, look, man, I understand that you worship Mordrin, and I'm all for that. I believe in freedom of religion. And I also understand that dwarf, being a dwarf, had also worshipped himself, but you cannot be going around changing people's holy symbols. You're going to get us into trouble we don't need to be in.
Obviously, I can. And if they really don't like it, I can just change it back.
Allow me to rephrase, because you took that far too literally. You shouldn't be doing that. And if it becomes a problem, I do not want to have this conversation when we're trying to fight off a whole bunch of angry who knows whats.
Then let's just not have it.
I think we are in agreement.
You're not going to stop spreading Morden's name. That's like his primary programming.
That's his flaw.
That's his flaw. He is a very devout Catholic.
All right, I cannot stop you from doing you, but for the love of Mordrin, just don't let me see it.
It's Marden, and he didn't see it.
Fine.
All right.
I like that. That was
boys.
Check out that inn.
Yeah, we're going to the inn.
I'm gonna have.
All right. If you boys need anything, I'll
up,
be
you old
right here.
geezer.
May Syrian be
Hey,
with
Marden.
you. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have White Fang sniff to see if there's like a trail or if it's just like a constant.
Sniff around the
Yeah,
back of
to
the
see if
inn.
it comes from somewhere. If it's just like.
Yeah, you sniff that butt.
It's coming from a particular spot. And it's weird. It's a 2-story inn on the back. You see a window that's above the spot where he is sniffing.
What's your boss sniffing at?
Probably something at that window.
Well,
I
hey,
pick up White Fang.
which is impressive because you're still 4.5 feet tall.
No, it's just a visual thing. So you see me reach out, but not the visual hands touch him, invisible hands touch him, and it just looks like he's floating above.
All right, y'all. One of 3 things is happening here. Either Tiny is haunted,
Yes.
the wolf is magic, or Tiny's actually really big and just pretending to be small.
Now, if
But I
it is the
can't-
last,
Oh, I still have that spell on? Yeah, sorry. Poof.
Dear Lord, we have been looking at your junk this whole time.
That's what I was about to ask. Is, when we're staring at his head, are we looking at the other head?
I mean, I thought your nose was a little oddly shaped, but I didn't want to say anything.
Oh man.
I like our cast of characters.
Yes. We're having so much fun.
Okay, so I have lifted White Fang up to the window.
And he's like pawing at it. He can't quite reach the window, and the window is closed. It has shutters. But he is pawing at it like something here, something here.
Okay. All right, so we need to go in that room.
I'm going to roll for acrobatics to jump up on his shoulders and into the window.
Can I just put White Fang down and pick him up?
I mean, you can, but he wants to be acrobatic.
Yeah, I have a +6 to acrobatics, so.
Fine, I'll
What class
also
are you
throw
again?
you.
What's that?
What class are you in?
I'm a
Okay. Yeah, go
rogue.
for it.
Nice.
So yeah, I want to try and get in the window.
The closed window that hopefully is not locked.
Hopefully it's not locked.
If it is, I'll just throw
then
you through
I'm
it.
just gonna bust through it, most likely.
Or just bust your face.
Yeah,
It's a reinforced window.
hopefully.
It's got bars.
Holy shit! Net 20.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it looks like a
so many
dice.
dice.
See it.
Okay, I see
There we
it.
go.
Nice.
All right, so you got up to this window, and I'm gonna say that you're not hanging from the bottom ledge. You're hanging from the
Okay.
top ledge. So like your body is like actually facing the glass. You try. It has glass and it also has shutters. The shutters are closed from the inside, but it's one of those little latches that is like just in a hole. If you like stick something in through it, it'll lift it up and then be able to open the window.
Look,
latches.
for me, I'm real
So
narrow.
what do you do? You're hanging up.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna just come in from the front and see if I can just get to that there room. Anybody coming with me?
I'll stay out here. He's kind of standing on me.
I wouldn't miss this then.
Can I go?
All right, let's try. Let me resolve them first. Okay.
Can I go ahead and use my thieves' tools to try and open that?
Yeah. So this one is really easy. DC 8. DC 10.
And this is just a dex check, or what is this?
I think it's you just roll a flat D20, add your proficiency.
Yeah, that's what
because
it
you're
is.
Proficient with it.
All right, I got a 12, so.
Okay. So you're like hanging from this ledge. You like whoop. You open the latch. Now you're just facing the glass. You try to lift up the window, but you notice how from the inside the thing is kind of locked the window down.
Is it one that could be, opened from the exterior using tools, or is it just like I would have to break a window to be able to get it?
It doesn't have like a lock, so I feel like you would have to break this window.
Can I go ahead and roll for investigation or something to take a look in there?
Yeah. So you're hanging from the window ledge. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right, that is a 15.
Okay. With a 15, you peek on in there, and you see that the room is just extremely messy and disorganized. You don't know if someone is currently there or if it just hasn't been cleaned in a while, but the room just looks like there's a mess. One thing that does catch your eye is that on the walls, kind of near the bed, and since you're right here in front of the windowsill, you see scratches and like claw marks, kind of all about the room and on the windowsill.
Do they look like they were caused by a person or some kind of animal?
It doesn't seem.
Okay.
You can't tell.
Fair enough.
It's. Yeah. I'm gonna say it looks like an animal. Looks like an animal.
Well, I'm gonna wait for Robert and whoever else to get to the door and just kind of watch and see what happens from the outside safety.
So you're just gonna hang
Just
there?
gonna hang out.
All right,
Okay.
so Xardaar is playing fetch with White Fang.
All right, Pi, you coming with me?
I guess so. This circus is over.
Alrighty. So I make a note of how many windows down this one is, so I know when I get up to the second floor which room I'm looking for. I just walk into the front of the inn and I'm like, oh, I'm just here to see somebody, and I just scoot on up the stairs.
Before you make your way up the stairs, there's a bartender. He's tall, skinny, a little bit older, but he's got like a really nice white mustache. and like really nice white hair that's kind of parted over to the side like a fancy boy.
Thank you for pointing that out.
He says, "Oh, yeah. I want you to have a good visual description of this." Let's see. He says, "Oh, wait. There's no one here. I haven't had a customer in."
I have beaten someone.
What do you mean you want
He's
to
getting
hold on.
out?
I'm gonna roll for.
It must be me because there's.
I'm
no
gonna
one
roll
here.
for persuasion. All right, I got a 13. That's with my +5. I'm like, now I just saw this shady character just jump on up and break into a window. And as a paladin,
What?
I know, right? As a paladin, I gotta at least go investigate.
I'm his cleric partner, like a sidekick, you know.
Listen, I'm gonna go up there and check this out, but you can't go up there. It's a little dangerous at the moment. You know, we got a whole quarantine thing going on, so I want to make sure you're safe.
I saw this character get up there by himself, and I know there was also a wolf outside with what looked like some kind of tiny giant or just really large regular person. So for your own safety, may I accompany you? I have to protect that glorious mustache.
Sure.
I cannot let anything happen to it.
All right. So he goes up there, and there's about 7 doors. He starts at the front. He opens the first one. It's just a regular room.
I stop. I'm like, it's that one over there. I counted how many rooms down it was from the outside. Unless you got like a weird window to room ratio.
You said you've got a quarantine up here.
So well, yeah.
I thought you said there was no one here.
Oh, you got. I have to quarantine the area to prevent any further things from happening.
Well, what happened up here?
Let me try to develop an accent for this guy. Okay. I got my accent. Okay. Well, you see. Damn it.
You're Canadian.
Just speak in a low voice.
No, he's like high and wiry and.
Ooh, wiry. Do Irish.
Well.
Ooh, and we in fun sorts.
Fun sorts.
Well, I had a guy that came in. He stayed here a few nights ago, and not a few nights ago, about a month ago, and that's when all this kind of craziness started happening. And I don't know what to happen, so I've just been kind of keeping that room. But the room was a mess. I didn't want to touch it. You know, he left. He paid for a long time, so I didn't check on him for a long time. But he hasn't stayed here for a long time, so I just let him do it. And then things started getting kind of crazy, and then I just didn't want to. I didn't want to touch anything, so I just keep the room locked. And now you're telling me.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for insight. I only got a 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask him if you only had one person in one room up here all this time, why did you start at this door?
You didn't tell me which room got broken into. It came from the outside, didn't it?
I'm gonna give you that one. But let's go to the room where that person stayed.
You notice that like the other doors that he was doing, they were unlocked. He pulls out a necklace with like a big old golden key on it. He's like, I had to keep it locked because I didn't want anyone coming up here. This is a weird room where bad things have happened.
Pie, do not mess up his key.
The key in there?
What did you say?
Pie, do not mess up his key.
Metal.
The first thing he said when he grabbed the key was, I can make a copy of that key. Look at it.
Please don't. He unlocks it, and to his surprise, you just see Anne hanging there.
I do like a
literally.
And Perkins, you get down from there right now.
And working.
And you just
All right, I see what I need to see.
Before you guys,
I know who this fella is. I can take
before you
care of him.
step in, he puts his arm over. He's like, guys, watch your step. This is patient 0 here. I don't know what happened in this room, but it started in this room.
There's a person?
Okay, so just
There's an actual person in there aside from Anne.
no. There was an actual person in there. Yeah, he says this is the room where someone came in and stayed, and that's when all this crazy stuff started happening.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and use Divine Sense to see if I can pick up any thorns or whatever. All right, so what do I got?
instead of using your divine sense,
Turd.
just give me a perception or investigation.
I will do perception. I'm much better at that. Yeah. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. So you kind of see almost the exact same things that Robbie saw, but with a dirty 20, it's higher. You do see that these thorns are kind of in various places throughout the room. And they're not just kind of like fallen on the ground. Some of them are stuck into the walls. Some of them are still in the bed. And not just like a little bit. Like it seems like someone like dumped a bag of these thorns around the room. And you definitely see them on the windowsill as well. On the inside.
Oh, that's a trap. So, hey, Metal Man, you're pretty sure you can't get pricked by these, right?
I
mean, you want to go in there and check it out? And you with the glorious mustache, whose name I neglected to ask. What is your name, sir?
My name?
You don't know? I can give you one. I brought a spare. I always have a spare.
I was gonna say bartender man. My name is Evers.
Evers?
Are you? How attached are you to that name?
It's my birth name.
I mean, that didn't answer my question. I didn't ask how long you had it.
Do you have a suggestion?
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to go with anything over that. How would you like to be Hingle McCringleberry?
I think I like Evers a little bit better. Never Evers. Haha.
Well, see, now if you had led with that, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Through the thorns.
Do you want to get your buddy here? It looks like he's starting to slip.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I ain't too much concerned about him.
I'm gonna
Besides,
go.
I'm gonna let the robot man over here go through there because you got some little prickles all in there, and I don't like it.
I will.
So you use your metal hand to like wipe off the thorns that would be.
I'm still careful. Like I don't like blatantly just like smack my hand on it. Like, but yeah, then I help him down. Yeah, like little tweezers come out of my fingers, like go gadget, and
that's funny. All right.
Oh, better yet,
the window
I use my smith's tongs for my smith kit, and I get him out of the way. But yeah, I let him.
Okay.
So yeah, I get in the room and well, hey there, good sir. You got an immaculate mustache. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Evers.
How attached are you to that name?
What? Well, I was born with it.
Well, I didn't ask you how long you had it, but how do you feel about Hercle McDurkleberry?
he does like the weird eye thing between the two of you, like that's weird.
I think
I'm just grinning. I'm like Anaconda. I have never been prouder to call you my kin.
Oh boy, I love it. So you guys notice, so he tells you, yeah, so I had, there's a forest right there next door to us, and there's a guy that comes in from the forest every now and then. We do a little bit of trading with him. He lets us know about the elves. We trade with him. We get some cool stuff from them. And he wanted to stay here a little bit later instead of just a day trip, because sometimes you got to walk a while. He decided to stay here for a few nights. So he paid for a week, but he wasn't looking so good. I've seen him. He comes in for a drink every now and then, but he was looking real kind of sick, a little crazy. He wasn't really talking to me, but he was talking the whole time. It was kind of weird. He paid for the room, and then while I was, I had people here, he just went a little bit crazy. You just heard a ruckus happen in this room. I came up here and I checked it out, and it was crazy like this. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Window was open. He must have jumped out. I was too scared to know what happened. Before I knew it, everyone started getting sick and dying. So, whatever happened, I think.
What did you say his name was?
Now, Mr. Never Ever gonna
Tovis.
get rid of the name Evers. I got a question for you. To the best of your knowledge, was there a full moon that night?
No.
Okay, he is not some sort of were creature. I mean, where is the creature? I do not know, but he is not a were creature.
Well, I do know that he's the protector of the forest. You know, he kind of speaks for the animals in the forest, and I kid you not, I've seen him turn into an animal before. Sometimes, when he says goodbye, he just turns into a bird and flies away.
Does he ever turn
Fucking
into a
druid,
raven?
man.
You stole my thing. I love it.
I missed that.
I said,
What'd you say?
fucking druids, man.
I'm not even mad. All right, so he's the protector
You
of the
hear out
forest.
from the window, "Don't knock, druids."
You're still out there?
Yeah, I'm still outside playing fetch.
All right, so Pi, did you basically clear a path through the room so I can walk over to the window?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the window and yell down to Shaquille O'Neal. Tiny, I got a real quick question for you.
Okay,
Can you talk to critters?
sometimes.
Can you talk to critters that are not wolves?
Yes,
Alrighty,
sometimes.
good, because I asked you in Sylvan.
I don't speak Sylvan. And Sylvan is not the language of animals.
I don't know this. I'm not very bright. This is the whole point.
All right. Well, I think we need to go find us this. What was his game? What was his name again?
Told.
Oh,
Tovis is his name.
Tovis Fondancer.
And you know, fellas, I haven't had a customer in days. Do you want a drink?
Well, I mean,
What
what
do
you
you
got?
have to eat?
I mean, you're gonna.
What do you have to
for it,
eat?
But you know, to eat. What do you want? I got chickens. I got cows.
What's
Here.
supposed to...
You hear from outside. Do you have pumpkin spice?
Oh, it's not in season right now, but when it's in season, oh, we definitely do. You know, autumn's just around the corner. Come see me in about
What's
a
the
month.
most exotic dish you got?
Do robots eat?
Exotic.
I know
I'm
Jerry.
a bit of a foodie.
You are a fascinating automaton.
He like pops open his chest and it's a grill.
I almost put a like the grill of a forge on his armor, so that whenever he channels divinity, he like glows with the heat of the forge. But I think that's going to be later. I'll make some some changes to his armor and things as he gets better armor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's still working on himself. We've got a corn succotash.
What?
This is the corn
Corn
hub.
succotash. We're famous for our
This
corn.
is the corn hub.
Give me two.
Okay, it'll be just a few minutes. And he runs downstairs.
You didn't ask me what I wanted.
And he's just excited to have a customer. You get the idea that because of this sickness, not a lot of people have been coming to the bar lately. Because everyone's kind of sick, social distancing and whatnot. So he's just happy to have someone in there that's...
I'm going to yell over to him. You should really offer no contact delivery.
That's $1 million idea. I should do that.
All right, so is he going to scream when White Fang comes in the door?
Yes. Do it.
Probably.
Ride
Okay.
White Fang in.
I would crush White Fang.
That's okay.
Can you make
That is
White
not
Fang
okay.
bigger?
No, it is disguised self, not disguised White Fang.
Well,
Can
I
you
didn't know
disguise yourself
if
as
it's,
White Fang?
grow or shrink or something.
No, it's just basic appearance.
And you can basically look like a wolf.
All right, so White Fang's going to come in, and he's going to be walking out of the kitchen through the bar area to
Put it on my
the
leg.
succotash, and he sees it, and he's going to be scared. I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw
Suffering
for him.
succotash.
He rolled a 10. Let's say he's got plus
Dude,
1.
this wife's
I feel
right
like
there.
An 11 would be good enough to not drop the
I think so.
succotash.
Probably, yeah.
He drops it. He puts it at a table for you guys, and he says, "All right, 2 succotashes. That'll be 4 gold."
God damn.
4 gold.
Yeah, I'm mainly going to be using gold just because I can't.
Oh, okay. So it's not worth 40 silver. It's just okay. I get it now.
I offer to trade him some good berries and herbs for a discount.
Good berries. I give him 5 gold.
Sure. Well, I can hold on to these and make a special dish. Make it 3 gold.
I still give him 5 gold.
Oh,
I know he's having a hard time. I know you're having a hard time.
I'm like, so,
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
what else you got in addition to this here, succotash?
Is it suffering?
Suffering?
Succotash.
Only when you get food poisoning from it.
Well, yeah. When it's in season, I've got pumpkin pie. I've got cherry pie. I even have raspberry pie.
Let me get a slice of that.
Raspberry pie kind of like it's not quite a short circuit, but he kind of like jitters. He's like,
I'm imagining like Kawhi. He becomes Kawhi. His cheeks get a little rosy.
how's the succotash?
Oh, it's pretty damn good. You know, this is the corn hub of the continent.
Oh, corn hub. I thought you said.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
With what succotash is that on a cob still? Or?
No.
It's like a dish. Suffering succotash.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so
You eat the corn, the succotash, and it's.
all right, and I got raspberry pie.
It's a small piece, and it was about to expire, so he gives it to you on the house.
You're a good man, which is fortunate for you, because with that mustache, you would not be much of a woman.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I work on it all the time, and he twirls it a little bit.
And it shows. You look
There's like an
exemplary.
image in my head. When I find out what this guy looks like, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, cool, that's him."
Does he look like the gentle criminal?
All right.
Oh, I hope so.
You know what? The gentle criminal, also looks like the person that I'm imagining.
The
It's
Monopoly
like, you know.
Man.
I don't know who the gentle criminal is.
No,
Me neither.
it's
Need
a
to watch more anime
cartoon.
then.
It's a cartoon.
Apparently.
Yeah, I don't watch My Hero Academia.
Next on my list is Vinland Saga.
Oh, come on. He can do better. He
Yeah.
can have a better mustache than that.
Watch that. It looks so good.
Looks so cool.
That was just the first thing I thought of with white mustache.
Oh, wait. I got it. I know exactly who he was. Okay, imagine this guy, but just with white.
This guy with white.
Hold on.
Still see. Oh.
What
Dashing.
show is that?
That's Voltron.
Yeah, it is. All right, I'm good with that.
Him, but just with white.
That thing is
instead of
luxurious.
Orange.
I can get lost
Get
in
lost in that.
Would you
Holy shit!
What?
They said the same thing at the same time.
That's funny.
Telling you, man. Altar boys to men. It's
that. Right?
working.
Okay, I've noticed that Curtis and I tend to make characters that get along very well. Like almost every party we've done, my character and Curtis's character get along very well.
Is this a good one?
It's like Reeves Richards but with a mustache.
Okay.
All right. So what do you guys do next?
I'm gonna. What's his name again? I forgot already. God.
Evers.
Yeah.
No,
Ever-
I think we renamed him already.
Dingle McCringleberry.
Exactly. Hingle McCringleberry.
Where's this elven village? You don't want to get there.
Well, if you follow the path, it'll take you right into the forest. There's a whole trail. You can kind of walk around, but if you get too deep, usually Tolis is the one that stops you from going any further because you start going into their territory.
All right, sounds like a plan to me.
The succotash was delicious.
And this,
Thank you.
this pie was delightfully tart, just like you are.
I'm glad you liked it. Please come back and spread the word about deliveries. No contact.
I would love to spread that word through the village, but frankly, I don't think there ain't much folk around here that listen right now.
They come out every now and then, but not to me. So it's about, mid-afternoon, just past lunchtime, so it was a good time that you guys ate. So you guys go outside, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so as soon as you guys step out the door, you just hear a woman shriek at the top of
Go
her
running.
lungs.
Yeah, wherever that went from,
As
I'm
you're
immediately
running,
going.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the center of the town, and you guys see that this has caused a lot of people to actually leave their homes and come out. So this is the most people that you've seen out, and not just like people kind of walking slow, people walking at a normal pace. There is a crowd, and you see that everyone's just kind of murmuring, like, what happened?
All right,
Everyone
so
step aside.
Xardaar is really tall. What does he see?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He sees a woman kind of on her knees kneeling down.
All right, I'm shouldering through, and I'm pretty sure Pie's with me.
Yes.
Is it the one
right,
lady
so-
that we saw before?
So you make your way through, and now you're kind of in the center. You see a woman, and she's holding a man who has collapsed, and it's the first man that you saw whenever you walked into town. And his eyes are just wide open, and his mouth is open, and you don't see any movement on his chest. He is
As
perfectly
a cantrip, I can cast Spare the Dying and try to help him out.
Okay, this is interesting. All right. So you cast Spare the Dying, which, and that's like if he was at 0 HP, it makes
Correct.
him stable, right? Okay. So how does this look like?
I pull out a holy symbol of Moradin, and I place it on his chest, and I close my robot eyes, and you see this like fiery glow come out from under my hand, and he is now spared from death, and he's got a little trinket of Moradin on him. And I say,
Wait. Did you like what do you call those
"Oh,
things?
the defibrillator?
Jump starters?
Later.
Not
Yeah.
quite.
Did you
Not, it
defibrillate
wasn't
him?
quite that, but I do that, and I say,
Okay.
Moradin be with you.
I like that idea better, though. You just
Defibrillate him.
Like, just
I'll do that.
Clear.
I'll put my hands together to throw up a charge, and I'll say, "Clear!" and I'll zap him. Moradin be with you.
You do that, and he like shakes up, and you see his like chest start to move as though he's breathing again. He's not, healed from his affliction.
He's stable.
You brought him back to life, at least. Yeah, you saved him.
And
All right. I like
then
that.
I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on him.
why?
I swear to God.
Wait, is that
Yeah.
the bell?
Yes.
Nah,
Okay, he's gonna make.
He
a
better
wisdom
fucking
saving
not.
throw.
no, I'm
No?
not going to do it.
I mean, you'll never be able to
Okay.
kill him with me there, because I'll just...
I would say good. I would have Eldritch blasted your ass if you did that.
It almost looked like he rolled a 1, but it was really a 7.
Yeah.
But it didn't count. So the crowd is just like, oh my, you saved him, thank you. You just hear like people like gasping, like, oh, you did it.
Well, thank me.
so much."
Thank
This
Moradin.
woman-
And I hand out symbols of Moradin, spreading his word.
See, I'm clapping.
It's like keychains.
I'm clapping Pie on the shoulder here. I'm like, well, how about you thank Moradin for putting you here to save that guy?
I do a Tebow.
Noise.
Oh, that's what did I do?
You were kind of half dabbing
I can't see you.
Yeah, it's like a half dab.
as opposed to a Tebow.
A Heisman. No, a Heisman's a little different. Heisman, you got the hand under because you got a.
Yeah, these days the Heisman's a sex thing.
It
Anyway,
hasn't always been a sex thing?
The way I do it.
I think you're thinking of the hymen.
I'm mad I didn't see that one
I
coming.
mean, the way he does it. Are we still talking about the sex thing?
Anyway, I'll help him up, and I'll be all right there, lad.
So he stands up, but he is like still just kind of like zombified almost. The woman is hugging him and hugging you and then hugging him, going back and forth. And she says, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I lost my father to this. I lost my mother to this, and I couldn't spare to lose my husband. Can please, can you get rid of whatever this is, please?"
That's the plan.
I don't know what the other people have told you, but it's that damn elf from the forest. He's the one that did all this.
Tell me what to do.
I mean, we know we're gonna go talk to him. We know he's involved. We just ain't sure if it's something he did or something that happened to him, and he just kind of spread it on accident.
Well, it started with him. Whatever he did, he deserves to die. Because of him, so many people from our village are gone.
No way.
All right, I put my hand on her. I'm like, Miss, you listen here real quick. Now, if this was something that he had done on purpose, then maybe he does deserve some sort of punishment. But if this was something that was done to him, for example, if I were to grab your hand right now and smack your husband with it, would you be at fault?
She starts to compose herself, and she goes, "No, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just upset. I thought I lost my husband, and now he's back."
I understand. Sometimes we just got to take a deep breath and step back. But we are going to go find this elf, and we're going to figure out what happened to him and what was done to y'all as a result.
I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me. Thank the robot. He's the one done saved your husband.
Thank Martin. And I'm gonna stand up in the middle of the crowd, and I'm gonna announce "Bring me your poor and you're sick and you're dying,
While he's doing that,
and may Moradin
White Fang
bestow
howls
his
really
blessing
loud.
upon them."
I like this imagery. All right.
Robot Jesus. I love
you
it.
see her? She has a little necklace of Syrian, and she pulls it off, throws it on the ground, and just clutches the Morden.
Oh, fuck yes.
Clap your hands if you believe. Clap your hands if you believe.
that will not bring Tank back.
We start singing a gospel choir. The praises of Lord.
Unbreakable.
This little
He's alive, damn it.
line.
It's a miracle.
I went ahead and pick
Oh,
some
boy.
pockets while everybody's clapping and singing.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Go ahead and do it. Give me 3
All right.
sleight of hand checks.
First one is a 12. Second
Unbreakable.
one is an 18. And the last one is another 8.
Okay.
All right, and I got an 11
Say
for
that-
perception, so I don't see it.
I'm busy.
I'll say that you got 2 gold because these people are kind of poor right now, and they keep their money at home. They don't really keep it in their pocket, so 2
Cool.
gold is all you get. All right. So you guys are making your way into the woods.
Yep.
We're heading to Slaptown, boys.
As you travel along the forest path, you get the uneasy feeling that someone is watching you. Your finely owned instincts warn you that you are not alone. And you notice what looks like a large holly bush is in fact keeping tabs on you. All of a sudden, wide, crazed eyes stare out of the mask of the prickly holly bush. And you see leaves, dirt, grass, and sweat. And cracked lips seem to mouth the same phrase over and over again. You realize the word at the same time that you realize this is not a holly bush, but a half-naked, leaf-covered man that is silently speaking. Run. 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 The man thing whispers harshly, "Run! Run!"
Hi, what's your problem?
Run which way?
Are we
Like,
running
Is he
from
an elf
you?
or is he a human?
He's got pointed ears, so you get the impression that this is an elf.
all right, I'm immediately speaking to him in Elvish. Like,
Same.
what happened?
He starts saying "run" in Elvish.
Okay, so
And like just like making like like he's trying to like jump scare you, you know, just like he's a little twitchy.
Now, see here, sir, you just need to calm down a little bit and talk to us reasonably.
You like take a step to like say that to him kind of calmly, and he just
Maybe
lunges back like
Yeah. Well, while he's doing this, I go ahead and cast False Life on myself. I have it for one of my Eldritch Invocations, so I can basically do it as a cantrip. And ooh, I get 8.
That gives you
I get
some
8 temp
temporary-
HP for 1 hour.
Nice. So he's holding like a large stick, and it doesn't look like a staff or a club. It's like literally a stick. He tells you, "What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. I am the protector."
Protector
We're
of what?
investigating the sickness, sir.
Like, you ain't protecting the clothes on your back, literally.
Oh, what do you mean? I look fine.
You look
This is the
underdressed.
clothes of the
Look
wild.
feral, sir.
Man, you do look kind of mangy, actually. Hold on, Robot Man.
No, this is
Spare
fine.
him. He might be
This is
dying.
fine.
I spare the dying on him.
Don't you touch me. Is it a touch spell?
Yes.
You're gonna have to roll to try and like touch him because he's like.
What do you want me to roll?
Whatever is like your regular modifier.
For
So
molestation.
it's like a +5 to your roll.
Modifier for spell casting?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay.
so
hang on.
he's a druid. I'm gonna assume he might be able to talk to animals. So I make a motion to White Fang to try to get him to just translate some "we want to
Oh,
help"
I got a 5.
peace options.
You're not able to touch him.
He can also roll against my spell save.
Well, it's not you casting a
know.
spell. It's you trying to
All right.
touch him to cast a spell. All right. So he sees your wolf, and he instantly gets down on all fours and starts howling like a wolf would.
Huh.
I mean, I don't know what I expected, but it certainly wasn't that. Are you sure he's not the one who was raised by wolves?
Is White Fang giving me any like information about what's going on? Like, or should I
This is
try
gonna
to
be weird.
completely talk to him?
White Fang turns around and shrugs.
Like, okay,
I don't know how a wolf shrugs, but cool.
he knows less than we do right now.
It shrugs sort of like a dog, Robbie.
Oh,
He says, if you want to go into the woods, you're gonna have to make it past me, and I don't think you can take
I'm
me.
gonna cast Charm Person.
I was just going to pick him up and take him with us.
Where are we gonna take you?
Okay. So go ahead and cast that charm
Give me a wisdom
person
save.
real quick. That's gonna be a
All right, that's a
7.
failure.
Oh, he failed.
Nice.
So
he is charmed.
So you, until the spell ends, which is 1 hour, he sees me as a companion, the charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows that you're charmed. So yeah, he's friends with me now. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. What's going on? What's going on now?
What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to
Oh,
keep
we're
out of the
friends,
forest.
man. You know, I just came out to hang out with you. You know, you said you wanted to show me something, so I figured I'd come out and hang out with you.
Well, let me show you some magic. He takes a stick and he slams it down and like holds his hand out like he's gonna cast a spell, but nothing happens. Oh damn it! I don't know what's going on. I think this thing is broken.
I say, do you know what's going on with all these thorns?
Yeah, it's just that
What
thing
in the woods? You didn't tell me about it earlier.
Yeah, it's just that thing at the altar.
Oh,
that
yeah,
weird thing.
yeah. You were gonna show that to me. You were telling me you were gonna take me.
Yeah, well, I know everything that's in this forest, and then when suddenly something appears that doesn't belong in the forest, I try to talk to it, and then it try to talk to me, and now, wait, I'm here. Wait, where am I? Where is here?
We're in the wood.
Oh, the wood. Yeah, you can't go there.
Yeah,
Wait,
I can.
you?
We're friends.
I got a quick question.
All right.
Does mending work on a brain? Mending.
Mending.
Probably not. I
Mending.
think it's for like.
On the brain?
It's for like cloth.
You might fix his clothes.
Yeah.
It says
It's like cloth
that
strings.
it can't be more than 1 foot that I'm trying to mend. And I don't think the brain is bigger than a foot.
If his brain was literally like broken apart, you could put it back together, but that wouldn't mean that it was actually a functioning brain.
Oh,
I don't think you're like a brain surgeon.
You're a good doctor, but you're not that good.
You might like you might take his hippocampus and turn it upside down.
Not even Dr. Asher Ketchum was that good.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I
He's only
mean,
level
he forgot all of his
3.
schooling, so
He's gonna be the very best, like no one ever was.
But he did also encounter a Skull's disease once.
That's true. All right, so while they're going in, while they're having their conversation, I'm like, now, Mr. What is this elf's name? Tovis.
Tolvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Tovis, you're talking to my cousin here, and you was telling my cousin about this here altar. That's why he brought me out here, because I'm a paladin. Sometimes you call us in when you get some weird magic and deity stuff going on. And he said you was going to lead us so we could figure out what's going on and maybe save you a forest. But you got to tell us where to go.
Oh yeah. It's just down there and at the altar of that thing.
All right, the altar of that thing.
Oh, why am I telling you this? I told you too much. I gotta go. And he turns into a bird, and as he starts to fly away, he immediately nosedives and hits the ground. And then he like collects himself in a bird form, and then flies away. But he's not flying straight like a bird. He's
waggling,
kind of leaning a certain way. Yeah.
there's something wrong with that, man.
And he disappears into the forest.
Well, that was
We
strange.
can trust the direction that he was pointing in.
Well,
I think we just keep following the path.
I mean, did he point down the path?
I mean, there's only one kind of like path that you can see like people have walked on for a long time. So you just make your way, finding the same.
Yeah,
There's no
let's just
guide.
follow this path, because frankly, I don't think he could find his own foot with a detailed map.
I have something called primeval awareness. I can sense if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within a mile of me. We're in the forest, so actually 6 miles, but it costs a spell slot.
Damn, that's pretty good.
That's amazing. Do it.
We need to be in forests more often.
So without it using a spell slot.
No, I have to use a spell slot for it.
Okay.
I get that for a minute. It doesn't give me the exact location, but I know they're there.
You sense an elemental in me.
Giggity?
All right, so let's see. So as you guys start making your way into the forest, it starts to turn a little bit swampy, and you start to notice the scattered presence of a scraggly and pathetic looking weed that's kind of all around. And you guys have, you're adults, you have been in the forest, you know what regular grass and things look like. But you're seeing that as you get deeper and deeper into this, some of the plants seem to be turning into a black color, like a solid dark or black color, which is not a normal thing that you guys have seen.
Horns.
Yes, they have fingers.
Not as no, not that you can tell. And these plants that have are black. They almost look like they're dead, decaying, almost lifeless. Let's see.
We're not in the dark water, are we?
You get to a spot, and it finally opens up from this forest, where you see a few tree stumps, a few more vines and mushrooms kind of growing in the swampy area, but it is very much still a swamp. You find this altar. You see these two large hands, just kind of standing there. You see some steps that are leading upwards, but you can't quite see what is at the top of those steps. Before you take another step further, and I know on Roll20 the map looks like it's just grass, but let's pretend that it's kind of swamp, so it's a little wet. You see some movement in the water, but you don't see anyone moving there. When you see a woman appear, and she says, "You shouldn't be here. Its powers are mine."
Well, I don't think you should be here.
Roll initiative.
So-
I was about to say that I say Word of Radiance. It's a cantrip, yeah.
What do you?
Well, it's not a surprise
Yeah,
round.
that's fine.
We're starting right here.
What do you guys see on Roll20? Because I see
An arena.
an arena.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
We're using a phone. We don't have that.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom.
my
I'll be right back.
bad.
Ah, okay.
Oh, my bad, guys.
That's cool.
More descriptive. Cool.
I rolled a 17, and so did he.
Oh, this is... Oh, shit. That's for something way later.
Oh,
All right, who rolled the 17?
both of
I
us.
have to roll initiative.
Who has the higher dex?
He does.
I have a dexterity of 15.
Well, you used your modifier to get yours. Mine was just a flat 17 roll, because I have no modifier.
Okay.
All right.
I
What'd you get,
rolled
Robbie?
a 14. With my +4.
And did anyone hear what Curtis got?
I don't think he rolled yet.
I heard he was going to the bathroom.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so now you guys can see
Yeah,
the
he rolled.
all your characters there. Even got White Fang.
He rolled a number 2. Ha 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 ha.
Like, we can't.
That's a good one.
Can you drop the map in the journal so we can pull it up on the phone?
Oh, can I? Wait, do you guys just want me to share my screen? So on my screen you're seeing the map?
That's up to you.
Or will...
I mean, we won't be able to move our characters.
Tell me where you want me to move them.
Okay.
Do that. There you go.
Oh boy. All right, hold on. Let me blow Vinny out.
So there's wait. Here's Xardaar. Here's Robert. And White Fang is right here.
Okie dokie.
Just gonna zoom in a little bit more.
She's a hag lady.
Brown Fang.
Oh, too much. Fuck.
Oh, okay, cool.
Use my great gift.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not me. Ew. I'm yellow instead of blue. I'm Bjorn. Bjorn is the blue one, so I got confused.
I said I'm red. This is new for me. I'm not
right.
normally red.
Curtis, what's your initiative?
Oh, it was trash. I got an 8.
Okay.
Hey, Dylan.
All
do
right.
you have
So
any healing spells?
I have cure wounds.
Okay, thank God, because I only have spare the dying, or at least prepared. That's all I have.
I say I only have 2 spell slots I can use because they're pack slots. So I can't do too much. I'm hoping not to have to use cure wounds.
Yeah,
Because
I think.
I would much rather use my spell slots for things like guiding bolt.
Yeah, I forgot to change my prepared
All right, guys,
spells, so
so-
we're kind of in and out.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So on initiative count 20, the lair action is going to happen. Around you guys, all over the map, there are some thorns. The thorns are going to lift up and just kind of swing across the map at you. So I need everyone to make a DC 10 dexterity saving
Put your
throw.
boys in it. That's a
18.
18.
Would I be poisoned if I were hit? Because I get advantage on that.
And I got a 14.
Well, let me know if you've.
I passed.
Okay.
I got a 3.
So all of you guys. All
Oh shit.
3. Okay. So you're gonna take 2 poison damage,
But I
you're
have
not
advantage against being poisoned, so do I roll again?
Curtis, just so you know.
Well, it's
Okay.
Well, you're not.
White
You're
thing's
not
good.
being
Oh, I see what you're
poisoned. You're just taking poison damage. Yeah. So the rest of you guys.
White thing
are
rolled a
good.
21.
Nothing happened there. All right. Next up is gonna be.
I'll say, ow, those kind of hurt.
Just like leaped over it.
Yeah, that was unpleasant.
All right. The hag is going to move over here. She's going to attack Anne. And tell me.
Oh, sweet.
That's a crit failure. Fuck. Wow. That's my first roll.
God.
And it's a crit failure.
Or Morgan,
Okay.
or whatever his name is.
Paladin.
She's going to cast Vicious Mockery on you. And she's going to say, you walk like you don't have all your toes! So... Alright. So you're going to make a DC 14
Well, damn,
Wisdom
I
saving
almost
throw.
feel like I'm at disadvantage here, because that kind of hurt. Does meet it beat it? Okay, it just barely made it then.
Yeah, meets it beats it. Okay. So nothing happened. Wow, what a waste of a turn. Alright, next up is
All right, so
Falcon.
Xardaar is gonna back up 1 space, like go down,
Oh, wait.
and
okay,
White
so-
Fang will move
Down.
1 space up to get in between me and the hag. I will cast Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on the hag. So that's basically every time I land a successful hit, I do an extra 1d6 damage to it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a bonus action.
And that's just a bonus
And I'm going to
action,
attack
right?
with my longbow.
Cool.
That's a
Okay, I'd
13.
say you can make your way there.
Okay.
13 does not hit. Anything else you want to do?
Nah, I used up all my stuff.
Alrighty. I'm going to
next
use
up is
my
Dylan.
bonus action to hit it with Hexblade's Curse,
Mhm.
which means for
Okay.
1 minute or until it dies or I die or I'm incapacitated, I can crit on 19 or 20. I get a +2 to the damage roll, and if it dies, I get 5
Oof.
HP. So that'll be pretty cool. And then I'm
Nice.
going to go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt.
Such a good spell.
It is such a good spell.
All right. Yeah.
Does a 15 hit? Damn.
15 does not hit.
All right, then I am going to just scoot up and get behind her, so she is flanked, and I will end my turn there.
Nice.
Right here?
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. All right, next up is Robbie.
So, just to verify with you that for when you DM, the bonus action can be used to attack with a finesse weapon on the offhand. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm cool. But don't add your proficiency. You can add your like dex or whatever you
Okay.
use. Just don't add your proficiency.
Because what I'm wanting to do is cast Booming Blade with my action and then attack with my bonus action.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I also get my attack because I am an enemy of hers is within 5 feet. So yeah, so Booming Blade.
So you would roll with advantage.
You cast this spell. You must make a melee attack against one creature. Otherwise, spell fails. But Severus attack is normal. Becomes sheath booming energy until the start of the next turn. If the target willingly moves, they immediately take 1d8 thunder. So let's see if I hit.
Yeah, Booming Blade is cool.
Ooh. Okay.
Come on, baby. Cannot. I definitely don't hit. That's like a low roll. Oh, I forgot I had an advantage.
Even with advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 4 plus
Yeah.
6, so I had a 10. Okay, 15 plus 6.
21.
It's 21.
I'd hope so.
That hits.
Is sneak attack how many d8? 6s is that? Yeah, it's 2d6. So
At level 30, I think it's 2d6.
oh, holy crap! All right, so damn, that helps out a ton. So that is 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Damn.
And,
Way to go, Anaconda.
Yeah, she is
Hell yeah.
in booming energy or thunder energy. So if she moves, that's bad.
Okay. Can do. All right, so
No, I'm gonna.
is that anything else you want to do with your turn?
I think, and that'll end it.
I have
Okay.
a real quick
all
question.
right. Next up is Curtis.
How many concentration spells can I be concentrating on at a time?
Just one.
I'm gonna have to
Just one.
change up my prepared spells next time. Then I only have one. I only have one that isn't concentration, and that's
Yeah,
identify.
that's fine.
So, with my action, I am going to cast Word of Radiance on her, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my shield up, which has an A, and put my blacksmith hammer in front of it to make the symbol. And I don't know what the
Okay.
word I'll use is.
Oh, I like that.
I'll just say Moradin's name for now. Moradin. And she needs to make a con saving throw.
Your word is from Mumbly.
You did
No,
not.
you need to say it's
Hey.
hammer time.
Two.
It's hammer time. That's the one. So she takes
Hammer time.
1d6 radiant damage, and so do any of the other the thorns flying around
If they
that
can
are
be done.
within.
Okay.
Just as each creature of my choice that I can see. Range 5 feet. There's probably not any around me then. Maybe the ones that hit me. In that case, since it's
Well,
5 feet,
they're kinda
I'll move
all
up over
over
here. I
some
didn't realize
specific
that it was a
line.
5-foot range. Thought it was more.
Oh, you're good. So it's a
Yeah.
1d6 radiant.
6 gradient.
Or would it be better for me if I moved over here so that there's a better line of sight for Xardaar? And as well. Whatever, I'll move there. It's no big deal.
Up to you.
And then it was one. Oh, I got a roll. That's
All right,
right.
How much damage did you do?
3. And as my bonus action, I'm going to cast
Cool.
Searing Smite at first level.
All right.
Next time I hit.
Wait, does that do damage now? Right? Because you did. Next time. Okay. Cool. All right. Round 2. So it's the thorns. Everyone make a
Uh-oh.
DC
It's harder than
12
the
Save one up.
dexterity save.
14.
All right.
13.
17.
Yeah. Got to be 12 now.
I got a 14.
13.
And would you get Pi?
Yeah.
A 14. So
Oh,
everyone
hold on.
passed. All right.
Meets it, beats it. White Fang passed.
All right. So the hag, she's going to do something crazy here. She's going to turn. She's going to make her appearance change. She is now going to look like
Oh my
That's
God.
mine.
the bartender. And she's gonna
Now
say,
she looks like Hinkle
"You don't
McCream
want to be here.
Blueberry.
You don't want to be here."
Oh, she cast Disguise Self.
Yes.
Basically.
No. Hags
Oh,
are just
okay.
able to change.
Well, I don't like that guy's name, so.
Yeah. This power here, it's gonna belong to me, not you. You can't have it.
I'm not sure I want
She's
it.
going to turn her. She's gonna turn around and aim at you, Robert. Robert does a.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
That's gonna hit. That's a 24. All right, you're gonna take 6, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Wait, 6, 9. 4. You're gonna take
Ouch.
13 slashing damage.
Damn.
That'll be like half your health.
Good thing I had those
And-
temp HP, huh?
And then, yeah. And then she's going to look at you and say, "You don't even look like you know how to swim." Give me a wisdom
for me?
saving throw.
Got
DC
it.
14. Yeah.
Vicious mockery. All right, wisdom save. I get +3 to that.
DC 14.
I didn't pass.
So you're going to take 1d4. You're going to take 2
Mm-hmm.
damage, 2 psychic damage. And your next attack... No, I'm not going to deal with that. Okay. All right. She is
Opportunity.
going to take a step back right there. So Pie, Robert,
All right.
and,
She
Nice.
also
and you
takes,
all get
2
opportunity
thunder
attacks.
damage from the booming blade.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right.
So you guys are going to...
I assume a 20 hits. Not natural. It was dirty.
Yes.
I assume a 22 hits.
I assume
Yes.
that what is it? An 8 does not hit.
Fuck yeah. All right. So she's going to take
Does not
1d8
hit.
+3 for me, plus the +2 more for the Hexblade. So I rolled an 8. So she's going to take 13 damage from my Morningstar.
Nice.
She is also going to take 7 bludgeoning damage and hang on. Go back and look at it. 7 bludgeoning damage and 4 fire damage
All right,
from
mine's
my
piercing damage.
Searing Smite.
So
And when it hits her, it makes the sound of a hammer hitting an anvil. Sparks fly.
Nice. She
I would hope so.
she's looking kind of juicy.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, no, the bartender.
His mustache
looking
is losing
kinda
its
juicy.
luster.
Yeah. Oh, why'd you have to hit me so
Because
hard?
you told me I couldn't swim.
And is it is it every step that she takes?
Just for that one
where she takes
time,
that damage,
so-
Robbie?
The energy is gone and she's good to go.
Okay. She's making her way up here. All right, it is now Falcon's turn.
All right. So
Oh shit.
How much share my screen?
all right. So I'm just gonna attack with my bow again.
Let's see.
Does a 20 hits, right?
Okay.
All
A
right.
20 does hit.
I'm sharing my screen for you
All right.
guys.
5
Appreciate it.
damage from the longbow plus.
Yeah, whoops.
All right. So 9 damage total.
9? Cool.
I'm gonna
All right. Anything else you want to
go
do?
2 spaces diagonally upwards to the right, and White Fang is gonna move the same.
Cool.
Okay,
All right,
so I'm
next
gonna
up is
circle around
Dylan.
behind her, and while I do that, I'm going to cast Aid Insinuation. This is from the Unearthed Arcana. And how this works, it's a concentration spell which can last up to a
Okay.
minute. You unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature you can see within range, impairing its ability to make decisions. So she needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 13 or be incapacitated.
Wow.
And if she fails, there's more to
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. Well, she rolled a flat.
Okay, well,
13
if that-
before I added her wisdom.
Yep, if
Which
that
is
had worked,
positive, so that's a
at the end
15.
of each of her turns, she would take 1d12 psychic. And she would take that every turn until she either breaks free or a minute passes.
Ouch.
But yeah, I'm just gonna chill right there because I don't have any bonus actions
Ouch.
outside of Hexblade.
You might want to back away.
Cool, cool,
Okay,
cool.
then have me scoot back a hair.
She
Nah, then put me
will
back
take
where I
an
was.
opportunity
I'll just live with
attack
it.
at You.
Okay, I just won't do my thing.
Okay.
Dude, if you kill her, I get 5 HP. So
All right.
Well, then back away.
if she dies, I get 5
Robbie
HP.
kills
Yeah.
her? Oh, because you cursed her.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, I
I'm
thought it
planning
was
on
if you
casting
killed her.
Something
Okay.
that, does a good bit of damage, but it would hurt you as well.
Can you just move the template to not hit him?
No, it's centered on the person that I attack.
Gotcha.
Mm.
All right,
Just have
next
to live
up
with
is Robbie.
Okay. I am going to cast Ice Knife on
Ooh,
her.
I like that.
So I create a shard of ice and fling it at the creature within range.
Dex,
a ranged
like,
spell
12.
attack. So let's see.
Should you scoot over? I'm probably in your way.
Oh yeah, I can just bump over a little bit. So,
Is it a line or does it like explode?
It explodes.
It
Okay.
explodes. I think a 22 hits. So she's gonna initially take
Yeah.
1d10 of what is that? Piercing damage. So that's 5 piercing damage she's gonna take, and then her and Robert are gonna take 2d6 cold damage.
Wait, do I get a chance to avoid this or does it hit
It's
me?
a save.
So oh yeah, they have to make dexterity save. So,
Will has that spell.
okay, so you
All right, I rolled a 19 plus 1.
Oop, I
A
dropped it.
dirty 20.
Well, I got a 7, so I'm getting hit.
all right? It's 6 points of cold damage.
All right.
Damn.
Does she take half?
Target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold. That's it. So no, she doesn't take any.
Okay.
Damn. I was
Okay,
hoping that
cool,
would be
cool, cool.
bigger.
All right, Curtis,
What?
you're up.
Yeah, that's what she
I hope we
said.
kill her because I'm kind of juicy.
Okay, my turn. So did she have any metal on her, like a belt clasp or a dagger or earrings or anything?
No, she's kind of just wearing her. I don't know what to call it. Like, it's not even like a robe. It's like
So not
cloths
like
and
a-
cloths and cloths, like layer of cloths. But her face.
It's not
did
like a
turn
dagger
into
or anything?
The bartender. No, she's attacking with her claws.
So desperately.
You want to use that heat metal? You might as well.
Because then she can just drop
throw her
it, and that
something like
totally
that.
doesn't matter for like everything for the subsequent turns. And heat metal is an action. I don't think I'd be able to throw something and cast that as an action. Correct? Yeah. So I'm not going to do
And
that.
she would have to catch it.
What I am going to do, I will Word of Radiance her again. I will move up. I'll go. Can I get her from over here, or is that considered like a lower?
Wait.
All right, I'll go there.
Hold on.
No, that's still within 5 feet.
My arrows are iron tipped. She was hit with an arrow. Is the arrow inside of her?
I'm gonna do that.
Ooh.
That's
I didn't consider that. Now
Metal.
I'm gonna roll. If it's odds, it's in her. If it's even, it's not.
Great.
I rolled a
Awesome.
D8,
Thank
I
you
rolled
for
a
catching
5,
that,
so it's
Falcon. So if that's the case, I'm not gonna move up. I'm gonna at least not all the way. I'll move up to like here, so I'm out of range, but closer. And I will cast Heat Metal on her. Great. She's automatically going to take 2d8 fire damage.
All right.
On the arrow that's inside of her. So good luck ripping that out. 6. That's 9 fire damage from that. And use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to cause the damage again. So on the next turn, I can use. All right. So it's 9. I said 9 fire damage, right? Okay. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for now. Maybe I'll move back a smidge.
All right. Her as the bartender, she's looking kind of juicy.
His mustache is
The
working.
bartender's looking juicy.
Wait, it's her turn now, right?
All right. I need.
Oh.
Yes. Not yet. It's initiative 20, so I need everyone to make a DC 18
All right.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a super
Can you
fail.
blow 'em?
White Fang passes.
I need you to blow.
I fail.
Well, on my dice, but you know.
Say I need
that's
you to
up
blow me?
on the table too.
Yeah. That's the dealer's choice right there.
I failed.
Actually, I think it's under the table. All right, everyone who failed is going to take 2 poison damage.
White
I
Fang.
don't think so.
So did anyone pass?
Yeah.
White Fang's the only one. All right, that's funny. All right, so here's what happened. As these thorns whip against you, you guys immediately start hearing just screams, wailing in despair. You feel just hungry and scared. If I were to describe it, it's like the Odiug, how it was like sharing its feeling with you.
Okay.
But this is an extremely negative feeling. And you just hear just this shouting inside your head. Everyone who failed, so everyone, except for White Fang, make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. I failed.
I failed.
I got a natural 20 plus 5.
I failed.
Nice. All right, everyone who failed, your next attacks are going to be with disadvantage. But as you guys hear this wailing inside your head, you just hear like a bunch of voices repeating, "Help us! Help us! Help us! Help us!" Just like someone somewhere is asking for help.
She takes
All right,
1d6
so now
fire
it is
damage.
the hag's turn. What happens on her turn?
Wait a minute.
For me.
I can only have 1 concentration spell at a time.
Yeah.
She doesn't take 1d. I was concentrating on Searing Smite, but in order to cast Heat Metal, I lost Searing Smite. So never mind. Heat Metal better.
Ah, I got you. All right. Since she's already up here right next to Robert, she's going to go ahead and hit him. Robert does a
Yes, that is my AC.
18.
No.
Dude, I have 9 HP left, so I'm not looking so good.
Meets it, beats it.
Daddy.
Oh,
I'm
man.
rolling 2 d8s. That's a 5 and a 3, so that's 8
Oh,
No.
plus 4.
I am down, guys.
I knew I should have stayed within range of her.
Robert,
Daddy's on the ground.
So Robert goes down. It's okay. He's not dead. She's going to move over here, and she's going to turn around and look at Pi, and she's going to say, "You're looking a little rusty there, fella." Make
my
a
previous
DC
save.
14 wisdom saving throw.
That's a 19
What was
plus
that?
5.
No. Okay. You're good. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I say,
She did,
I think you're
vicious-
wrong there, lass. I'm always
All right, so
All right, next up is
I have
Falcon.
a unicorn horn in my possession. Does unicorn have the ability to heal through their horn? Do I at least have like one charge of that?
I'm going to say no. Not right now. It's just like a
Okay.
horn, you know? You can stick
So-
with it, but that hurt.
I don't think
Ag's looking
anybody
juicy.
has healing potions.
No, because we never really got the
We can
chance to
stop
stock up.
and
I don't even
die.
think it was an option.
Yeah, I don't even think we thought about it either.
Yeah, there wasn't really a
Yeah, we were,
market.
and I just came in with starting equipment and money.
So what you doing?
basically,
All
yeah.
right.
But if somebody kills her, I
You
get
doing,
5
Xardaar?
HP. I'm just saying.
Is that a concentration?
Oh, does your hex go away once you lose consciousness?
Oh yeah, I'm incapacitated. I'm out. Damn.
If you guys
Alright.
keep attacking her and you can get me an entire minute, I can spare him.
Nice.
I will do my best.
I guess I'll just.
All right, what
attack
you
him
doing,
with a bow
Xardaar?
again.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Okay, so the AC is 16.
The AC is
It
16.
does.
And I'm at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
I don't hit.
Yes.
But now we know the AC.
It's true.
Dang. Wait, you want to send White
I
Fang
mean-
up at her?
He goes on your
White
turn,
Fang is
though,
good.
doesn't he?
Yeah, I either attack or White Fang attacks.
And you just had White Fang stand there.
Yeah, White Fang has just been kind of looking out for me.
I'm gonna let White Fang
Okay, sure.
take an attack action if you want him to.
Okay, it doesn't get advantage because you're knocked out.
Yep.
So White Fang will charge up and bite. Doesn't hit. So White Fang will circle around the back and growl.
Okay.
So if anyone charges the hag, the hag is
Cool,
now
cool.
flanked.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's and now I make a
Sure,
death
sure.
saving throw. I'm gonna be so pissed if I die in the
All right.
first session.
Yep. This is like the first death save we've made.
No,
No,
Ever.
George died.
Jerry almost died once. Remember?
Yeah. Real died, but he got better.
All right.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2. Wow. Whew.
Oh, that's one failure. It
Yeah.
wasn't a 1.
That's one.
It wasn't a 1.
What is a 1 like 2 fails?
No, 1 is instant death.
Oh God. That's-
Just like if it's a 20.
Yep.
I do it with 2 fails, but
Oh, I thought
Oh,
it was
okay.
three fails.
Oh.
I've known people to do instant death on that too, so that's not fun.
GM's choice.
Oof. All right.
It's
I'll go
3
with
total
two-
until you
two
die,
fails
right?
Instead of instant.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Robbie, you're up.
So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop here for a second, and I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead. So she needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving.
Okay. She rolled.
Hey, what's good? All
She
right.
rolled a 10
She's gonna
plus
take,
2.
1d12.
4 damage. Necrotic, I think.
What?
I can't remember.
Oh, 4 damage. Okay.
Yeah, necrotic damage. And then
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and move up and use my bonus action to just stab her. So
Oh, do it, man. She's
at
knocking on
disadvantage,
death's
but I
door.
have advantage from the flanking, so I'm gonna roll normal. This is it, boys.
Just a flat roll.
This is the moment.
Keep
16
me
is
alive.
what you're trying to beat.
I will.
Oh,
That works.
all right. So that is 12 plus 6 to hit, 18, and
Ooh.
that is. I also get my sneak attack because she's playing.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure she's
So
going.
that'll be
Oh,
that'll be 2d6
yeah.
in addition right there.
That
Just don't
is
roll like
11
all ones.
points of damage. Whoa. All
Robbie,
right, so
tell me what happens.
My boy Robert, my cousin, is down on the ground, not looking so hot. I blow him a kiss as I'm running up because I feel for him. But as I get there, all of a sudden you hear the chime of a bell, and the bell is tolled for her as I come up and stab her in the back and say, for Martin. And then just
Nice.
slit her throat.
Nice. And when you slit her throat, she loses the face of the bartender, and she kind of melts like
I have
the
a-
Wicked Witch of the
I have a quick
West.
question about hags.
Loops down.
Are they considered undead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had a plan, but
They
never mind.
are Fae. All right, so let's resolve.
It's
Robert.
You've got a
real quick.
minute.
How are we helping him?
I go before him, I think, now, since he's unconscious. So I'm gonna spare him. I'll spare you this time.
I'll say that with Spare the Dying, he's not
Okay.
just like not dead. He's back
Okay,
up
cool.
with 1
Because
HP.
the fight is over.
Okay.
Then I will immediately burn all of my lay on hands on myself and give myself 5 HP.
Hey, right.
So I am
Alright.
back with 6 HP. I live, guys.
Nice.
I give a hug to the metal man, and I give a high five to Anaconda. I'm like, good on you, boys.
Anaconda, don't.
Anaconda.
All right. Man, I gotta tell you, that was looking real dicey for me. I appreciate y'all stepping
All right.
up and pulling my hind parts out of the fire like that.
Well, that's what family's for.
Because I knew it wouldn't be much of a hero story if I died here. But you done taught me that it ain't just about me. Sometimes it's about your team. All right, now we loot.
So let's resolve one thing real quick. You guys are having this like awful pain in your head. Like you can't describe it. You're hearing like your voice, but there's so many voices in your head that you just can't quite make sense of it. So as you go further and further up the steps, on this kind of pedestal there, you see this clump of...
I'm not.
I see
I passed the
Pies
wisdom
already
save,
up
so I
here
don't have the
listening.
voices, so I figured
Well, yeah. So you see that there, and you hear it say, "Approach us, help we
I
need."
think we do. We approach.
Well, we're here.
All right, I mean, now what? Hold on, I use divine sense to determine if it's good or evil.
I'm gonna say that it's
Right.
if it is good.
I
or
just
evil,
detect
right?
good or evil.
You get the. Okay, so it's not like you're getting it from
Right,
a
for
person.
60
you're kind of
feet, I can
detecting it
detect,
all around you.
Like the
right?
location of any celestial fiend or undead, or I can sense anything affected by the hallow spell, that kind of thing.
Okay, so just like earlier, you feel both good and evil. You feel as though this creature is giving you more of a neutral good kind of feeling, but surrounding it.
All right, guys, there's something
type of presence.
All right, guys. There's
So you're getting a
like a
little
whole
bit
bunch
of
of bad swirling around here, but there is a good nougaty center.
So I would like to try something. Well, actually, I'll have to ask.
Okay.
Hang on, let me get back in character. Robert, is this a? You think this is an undead sort of thing? An undead evil?
Well, there's some evil around it, but the thing on the inside definitely ain't evil.
What does your channel divinity do? Do paladins have it?
Yeah, but I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
Xardaar, give me a nature check with advantage.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
His first roll was a 1, so that was perfect.
All right.
Oh, jeez. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Wow. Went from a 1 to a nat. Wow. All right, so Xardaar, as being a part of the guild that you're in, you've kind of traveled all over, and you are very familiar with the plants and the flora that's in this country and just about all around the world. You notice that it's weird how, this is not a green type of flora, it's black. So you immediately start to piece together that this plant isn't from here, as in this plant isn't from this plane. It's from an entirely different plane.
It's a plaint.
You piece that together.
All right, hold on, guys. Don't touch anything. This
Yeah.
ain't from here. As in, this does not belong in this world.
Well, I wasn't going to touch it. I mean, I almost died. I'm letting someone else do the touching. She is.
Hold on, Tui.
Hungry for adventure? Me too.
Hold on, Tui. We'll
Hungry
figure
for
out what to
friendship.
do with you.
We got you.
So you said this is an altar, right, Vinny? Okay. So my
Yes.
channel divinity works to get rid of undead. And I don't really know how a cleric would go about blessing an altar other than by channeling their divinity, just because flavor-wise it sounds cool. But I want to try to, bless the altar. Is that a spell that I would get later, or is that something
Yeah.
that I can try to do now? It's
I
different.
know bless is
Yeah.
a spell, but it's like guidance. But yeah. What are you trying? You
I guess,
bless the altar,
what's the word?
with Morden?
I guess sacralize is the word, because desacralize.
Cleanse.
Cleanse. Yeah, that's a good
Purify,
one.
Cleanse.
That's a good one. Basically, I want to remake it in his name and to get rid of the impurity that's here.
Okay, so so you attempt to channel your divinity here, try to change this altar, and as you try to change it, you see it slowly start to gain the symbol of Morden on top of the chair there, but as this starts to happen, the symbol just crumbles away. And then the chair almost seems as though it's looking somewhat alive. And at the very top of the chair there, you see the symbol of Syrian appear.
Does anybody know fire?
Anybody know what?
This is Syrian's
Anybody
altar.
do something with fire?
I mean, I can.
So yes,
Oh,
fire.
fire! Fire, kill us!
Fire kill?
Bad.
All right.
Help, please.
Now, that fire kill is bad. Is that the good thing on the inside or the evil on the outside?
You
Okay.
can't really tell.
I wish we brought that.
Well, can I direct a spell like at the brambles, like just at the edge of it, so I don't hit the nougaty core? I mean, all I've got left is
Sure.
all I've got left is cantrips. Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a core. It's just like
Before you do that,
like
I think the
collection of
brambles
lines.
are the bad part because you got a different reading now, and the only new variable is the chair.
Wait, how long is your divine
A minute.
kind of sense going on, Dylan? A minute. Okay. So when he tried to bless the chair, you felt the presence on that chair kind of change. Like it goes from good to evil, and then it finally settles.
this is an evil chair, guys.
Is it made of metal?
And the chair has Syrian's symbol on it.
It's like concrete. It just appeared.
Is that blue line on the altar? Is that just water?
I'm gonna take
yes.
some oil and start dumping it on the chair and pull out my tinderbox to light it.
You instantly just hear screams inside your head.
Do it.
Like it's telling you no. And then it says, help us,
Well, how do
help
we do
you.
that?
We are from here, but not here.
Not the here,
A
but the other
different
here,
here.
right?
Hold on. All this pain that we've been going through, these little thorns, they made us hear you. Them thorns darn near killed me. Why would I want to help you? Especially when I can tell that this is an evil chair. And I pull out my torch and I light it. I'm like, you better give me a good reason fast.
Oh, I thought you meant you lit the chair.
We are not the chair. We were brought here. We not from here.
So can I set the chair on fire? Yes or no?
Please.
I think if you set the chair on fire, it'll hurt the thorns.
I think
How can we move
it
it?
would kill them.
What do you want?
The thorns.
How do we return
How
them?
can you move the chair?
But the chair is evil, yes?
So it's a collection. I don't think it's the chair. I think it's just like a representation of the chair.
Okay, so I'm trying to set fire to a representation of a chair.
So it's a collection of, just kind of vines there. They start to move around on their own, and you see something open up within. It says, "So hungry, we feed on dreams. Become host, and we
Nah,
help
it's gotta
you
die.
if you help
No.
us." So in the middle of this thing, you see like a plant. Like a fruit type thing. And it says, "This is cure."
Can you get any more of that?
The cure for what?
For the lethargy that they're suffering.
Are
I'm asking the plant.
Me or the plant? We hungry.
Because I'm still leaning towards setting fire to it.
We had to eat. We had to eat whatever was around us, so we just spread our roots. We didn't know what was out there. But if you become host, we can live with
Help
you.
I can't let that
We
happen.
can help you.
I don't want it.
I say light it.
Alrighty. And I just
You make the fart noise when you do it.
Yep. Like this is what I think of you.
Wait, before you do that, just because the Firbolg is kind of nature-y person, what are your thoughts?
So, before you answer that, let me ask. So, just to understand there was a feeling of good and a feeling of evil here. We are.
Yeah, you get the feeling of evil
Yeah, that's what I was
from
about to
the
ask.
symbol of Syrian that's on the chair. You get the
Okay.
feeling
Yeah, I
of
just wanted to
good
verify
from the
that because
vines.
it sounded like you were alluding to the symbol of sea.
Yeah, I'm just trying to burn the symbol. Because that's what's
Yeah,
feeling evil
this-
to me. I want to burn that.
Yeah, but
Oh, well,
I don't
It's
like
a
the vines because
concrete
they're
chair.
a
It's not going to do
parasitic creature
anything.
that wants to take over people, and like I don't think that's cool, and they need to go.
Well, it doesn't want it. It's just literally trying like to eat. You know, it didn't come here. It was brought here, so it just kind of like I don't know.
All right,
where
so
I
the
am,
vines
so
are
I'm just
good.
gonna try to eat whatever's
what's
around.
your
But it's
surf here?
trying to like.
What do you eat?
So it's not from the material plane. The plane that it's from, we eat negative energy. And there's not a lot
And most of that's coming from Anna here, because, you know, he's kind of creepy.
They've had to
Only a little bit.
we've had to change our foods. So we started eating dreams. And unknowingly, just like trying to eat, you start to piece together that them
Episode
trying
of Star
to
Trek.
feed is causing people to be this
Yeah.
deprived. Is it really?
There was
Well,
this
I mean-
hyper-intelligent race that was stuck in some type of space trap, and they were sending out a message telepathically, and people just couldn't sleep because of that message.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Before you like answer anything, what are you thinking, Xardaar?
I'm wondering what being a host would do to the host, to them, and the people who are currently being affected by them.
Here's the thing: as he's thinking that out loud in his head, Robert and Anne, you hear his thoughts in your head.
Well, damn, I thought I was creepy.
Right? Like, I ain't even asked to hear what you're thinking.
Does he
Hold on,
always
hold
sound
on.
that creepy in his head? Because that is damn creepy.
Do you
I'm
say
like,
that
hold
out
on, let me
loud or
try,
do you
let me
think
try,
that-
let me try. And I think, boogity, boogity, boogity.
Let's go racing, y'all.
The two of y'all hear it. Although, Pi, you don't. You just see them kind of looking at each other, like their eyes coming up, like they're thinking something.
What is White
You're
Fang
just kinda
doing?
like, what the hell's going on?
Because he survived the attack. Like, he wasn't affected by the thorns.
What? Yeah, he's just kind of back
Oh,
there.
damn.
just
I
watching.
have an idea. I have an idea.
He hasn't been affected.
Xardaar, I think you should hold on to this. Wait. Hey, Vine people. Question.
Can they be split?
Yes.
Well, no, I ain't worried about that. If one of us was to take on y'all for a host, would you be able to maintain this telepathic connection that obviously we cannot extend to the automaton here, but between the three of us?
Now, would you be able to extend it to the
Yes.
automaton upon?
All right, don't hurt yourself, Annie.
I'm in the knee. I almost said that just now, that I don't dream of electric.
Well, you know, I never asked, so I guess we'd have to ask. Well, he can't hear. Hey, Pi, do you dream of electric sheep?
Why'd you ask such a dumb question? Of course not.
He does.
I don't dream.
I've never had to ask before. No, the android does not dream of electric sheep, so I guess it wouldn't work.
Could we extend this to White Fang?
Yes, can we extend it to the puppet dog?
I'll let you know, like, as you were walking through the forest, you saw, like, a lot of animals that were flying around. You saw some, like, foxes and some other kind of semi-intelligent animals. They didn't seem to be affected by this at all. So I think that you're going to piece it together that it wouldn't really have an effect on them. Just because, like, people dreams and animal dreams are very different.
And I assume it's been long enough that I had to use Divine Sense again to keep sensing the good. So I'm gonna be like, you know what, guys?
What? In what way would you help us for becoming a host?
So instead of feeding on everyone, we just eat your dreams. We help you control them, and you can...
Quite specifically, I am plagued by visions of an impending disaster. Would this get rid of the said visions?
When you control us, yes.
I mean, it sounds like this might work for you.
Yes. All right. I will need y'all to exit my head for just 1 minute.
I mean, I'm not in here by choice.
I'm talking to the thorns.
I'm just locked in here. Oh, okay.
Like, I need you out of my head. I need to think privately.
They say that they leave.
I can stay though, right?
Yes.
I don't think that there would be a way for them.
Well, if I were to write
do
something
that.
down, would they know what I wrote down?
You have to think it to write it.
Only if you,
Have you ever thought of something else while you're writing?
Yeah.
It's possible. It's just annoying.
Well, I have an idea.
Because I'm not entirely trusting. Just don't want them to take my body and go crazy as soon as I give over.
So what do I have
I
to
mean-
do to be a host? Do I just
We're sensing that they're good. The evil is this.
Yeah, but I don't want the evil to like spread into it while they're
partake of the
just
fruit.
eat the fruit and and that's it.
I eat the fruit.
No, I need the fruit.
Yes.
I have visions. I need to get rid of them.
You missed your chance,
So-
buddy.
No,
He's going for it.
Give me the fruit.
Get out of here. No. it's
White
my
Fang lunges at you.
No, you were too busy thinking not to think.
So you do want it.
There, he just pulls a fruit out, and there's
Okay.
a few more in the center of the thorns.
Okay, I ate some
So
fruit.
I eat.
All right. Before I do it, I pull out the feather of Raquel I have, and I just kind of hold it towards him, and I'm like, "What do y'all think about this?"
You see a bird that's kind of a black bird that's flying around, and it just hovers above the altar,
Huh?
kind of floating in a
So
circle.
good, or at least interesting to Raquel.
Normally, she tells me when she's mad at me. So I put the feather in, and I reach for the fruit, and I'm watching to see what the bird does.
All
right, I eat it.
In a southern accent now, Vinny?
It's just circling.
Were you speaking in a southern accent just there?
What was that?
Right? I was doing that earlier with Robbie.
It is
and-
contagious,
It just comes
like
out
the
as-
Rona. We got it.
So
Not the Rona. We don't got the Rona.
All right. So as you guys take a bite, before your eyes, you see the dreams of the townsfolk, your family, your friends, servants, even those from your own mind, materialize and then quickly evaporate at a frightening pace. It's like watching a dream unfold, but with your eyes open. Lights, sounds, fragrances, scenes, and people appear before your very eyes. As you watch with your mouths agape, you begin to
This
see
village has a
similar
typhoon fetish.
theme that runs throughout all these dreams.
No, but that's better. Let's go with
Tiger
it.
King fetish. You see the theme is that all of these are dreams, and they just like quickly appear
Y'all,
and like
this is a bad trip.
dematerialize.
This is a bad
And they do it for a few seconds.
All right. These are not good. These are not good berries. These are not good berries.
This is worse than
All
the
of a
time I was in Hot Lava.
I get that reference.
Hot Lana. And all of a sudden in your head, it's just silent. You can't even hear yourself think. And then you just hear a...
What?
Huh?
And, who's the first one to have a thought? Who's the first
but
one?
it
Never
just-
doing acid again.
What's the first thought you have?
Well, this was a.
And the two of you hear it.
I'm just watching.
And I just want to ask, how are you
Like
reacting?
I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't
You're just, like,
introducing
watching
this
unfold,
into
like-
themselves. I think it's a bad choice. I'm certainly not going to do it, no matter how much they try to convince me.
Well, Pi, we couldn't hear you think
And
it.
I-
You needed to say it. You were kind of sitting it out.
You're just like flesh.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna let you guys do what you want to do, like praying to Mord and to like re-bless this place in His name.
So after you eat it, you see all these like kind of black vines that were kind of in the entire surrounding area. They start to wilt and get a little weaker, and then they crumble like a crunchy leaf in the fall, and they just disappear, just like after the Thanos snap. So all of a sudden, the area around you, the black disappears, and it starts to look more and more green, and the vines that were sitting on the chair are gone. And by the way, there were 4 fruits, and you guys ate 3.
Like, did the fruits do anything other than give us a telepathic link?
All right, I pocket the other
As of
one,
right
but
now,
I'm not
you
gonna
just-
do anything
that's
with it
all
right
you
now.
got. That's all you got.
But I have it.
It weighs
Right
30
now, Pi,
pounds.
It's not a good idea. It was the worst trip I've ever been on.
And here's the
Also-
thing: you said you're a foodie, so I'm not sure why you didn't try one of these. See if it'd be any good.
That
I
was
don't
clearly
be poking around in there. I've already got Martin,
That's fair.
and I'm gonna try to bless the altar again now that the stuff is gone, if I can.
I don't think it was the stuff that was resisting you when you were trying to bless it. I think it was the.
I
Okay.
think you're right, but Pi doesn't know that.
So you pray again, and you have like your forging abilities that you're able to kind of change some things. There's no really metal on this, but give me a religion. Give me a religion roll.
Ugh, that's a 10. Gross. That's after my +3.
10. Oof. Okay, so you pray to Moradin, and you look back up at the top of the chair on this little altar here. The symbol of Syrian, which it's a circle with a flame on the
Nice.
inside. It actually starts
And-
to smoke.
What kind of
and-
energy is Robert feeling right?
I say, yeah. I know this is bad. I
He's
just
feeling
don't know
some
if this is
evil energy.
bad, like being pushed out of here, or if this is bad about to hit us in the face when I'm not ready for another fight.
Hey, beef boy. Maybe that's
What do you
not a
guys
good
do now?
idea.
It's always a
I'm
good
like,
idea.
look, I'm all for getting it out of here. Hold on. You're using Moradin to push this sucker out, right?
Aye.
All right, give me one of your little trinkets.
I'll give a trinket to everyone. I'm surprised I haven't said I do that already.
All right.
That should have been his first thing that he did.
All right. Now I ain't signing up or nothing, but I know I don't like this one. So clap your hands if you believe. Clap your hands if you believe.
It just like
Does it
it's still
feel
smoking.
like it's
This symbol, you see a little bit of smoke kind of
Syrian
rise up
that's
a bit.
doing the smoking, or Gordon?
I'd say because he feels an evil.
Yeah,
energy,
if Moradin was evil, I'd have picked
it's
up on that
definitely
already.
not Moradin.
How could he say such a thing?
Right.
And it could be like you could interpret it as like the smoke from a forge, you know. But it could also be just smoke from the fire.
Far with this.
But I do think if we go back into town and tell them of what we did, we can erode his faith and make him weaker.
At least in this area.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're talking about the dwarf?
And
Oh,
we
no,
can
not
go
the-
get
not
his
the
money,
dwarf.
'cause
I
we
feel
just
like-
fixed everybody.
I feel like the dwarf is, one of them true believers. He done drunk all the Kool-Aid. But if we go on back into town and we tell them that it was the power of Moradin that was able to dispel this blight, and we found the symbol of Syrian beneath the blight.
I'll convert Jesper yet. You just watch.
Power compels you.
How about you save him for last? That way Syrian is as weak as can possibly be, and you've already got him at disadvantage.
Moradin will show me the way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take your hammer right here, and like Moradin says, we go back to town. That's the way we go.
And before we head back to town, I tell White Fang to howl out to the elf to be like, problem solved. We want to talk.
Also, I'll loot the hag.
Yes, let's
Yeah,
investigate.
yeah.
See if there's
Okay.
anything to snatch up.
Yes, investigations and looting.
Investigation.
Well, I got a 5 for investigation, so that didn't go well.
Oh hell yeah!
18.
Nice.
Alright.
18.
5.
So cool.
Me and,
18.
Who rolled?
Falcon, 18.
Who rolled the highest?
Yeah.
Both of you guys got 18s. Okay.
Dylan and I both got 5s
Roll
on our checks.
Roll a d12 for me,
8.
both of you.
11.
That's too low. This is just off the cuff. 8? 11. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna copy this image and post it
You
in
got
the
a
chat
Voltron
so you guys
character.
can see what you got.
Yeah, it is.
A magic ball. Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got a magic 8 ball. You got a magic 8 ball.
Lustrous black. Cures any disease.
Yeah, I mean it's not the
Can it
worst
be
things that
a
are
magic
there,
8
right?
dodecahedron?
No. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. So you guys make your way back to the town, and as you get closer, you actually like hear the town like alive. You hear some music being played, and just before, or right as you make it out of the forest and into view of the town, you see a wolf run by. Not White Fang, a different wolf. And then you see this wolf morph into Tolvis. He is standing straight up now. He's using the stick he had as more of like something to support himself. And he's still looking as ragged.
That's what White Fang told you.
The only thing we couldn't help you was get some pants.
I cast mending on his pants.
Thank you, Pie.
Oh, thank you. It like conforms to look more like pants.
Jake from State Farm.
Ooh, khakis. I really like these. Thank you. I just wanted to thank you, and I didn't ask for help, but you gave it to me in my time of need. It's coming back to me, all the things that I did, and I just thank you. I'm a little more stronger than those humans were, so it didn't quite drain me.
He's probably still under effect a bit. He said a little more stronger.
Well, I reach out to shake his hand and I say in Elvish, well, we got to look out for our kinfolk.
Of course. And in Elvish, he looks at you and Anne and says, listen, the town, we have a settlement in the forest. It's called Erocester. And if you ever want to enter it, we will allow you entry. If you ever decide.
I says in Elvish,
I'm the guardian of
does that extend to me?
of the community. And he's a little
thank
shocked.
you.
He's like,
I say in Elvish.
"Aye, and to you,
You
and to
also
you as
speak.
well."
Hell yeah!
In Erocester. He's a little.
Neither was I. That's why I
guarded.
said it in a language
Sorry,
we
I
all
wasn't
spoke.
Trying to hide anything. It's they.
Fuck up. That's not why you said it.
Of course. You have a safe haven here,
Thank you.
and I couldn't.
I'm going to go like towards the center of the town and hopefully find people bustling around. Do I?
I say, as Tovis leaves, I tell him we'll visit soon.
I stop
yeah.
Tovis
Well,
real
as
quick
he-
and ask him about the unicorn stuff, if they can do anything.
Unicorns are mighty rare celestials.
Oh, I actually, I should,
Crafting people.
about that, I realized that I am proficient in leatherworking, and I guess the hide of a unicorn could be like tanned to be leather, so I probably can do something for you.
Isn't that like a sin though?
Yeah.
It was bequeathed onto me by the unicorn.
So the unicorn molted and gave you its skin? Even better. It was rainbows
A
and
unicorn
glitter.
queef.
Yeah,
on
it
you?
was a weird time.
You sparkle to this day.
That's why I have the pelt, so no one asks questions.
I'll try to come up with something that we can make out of those parts. So
I'm
he
like a
Tovis, he turns
bird.
into a bird and he flies away. You make your way into town, and what you actually see, there's people congregated in the town center and they're cheering. The bartender is actually outside of his bar with a big ale, and he's like, "A beer on the go. You don't have to come in. No contact." So he's pouring beers for everyone. They put a little kind of stage in this little town square, and you see Jesper actually up there, and he's like, "Praise be to Syrian."
White
It's about to
Fang.
happen. I'm running up there right now.
Actually, I am right there with Pi on this one.
White Fang is howling very loudly and
I'm like,
very ferocious.
because I'm a paladin and Syrian is evil, so I am getting in on this shit.
Jesper here speaks lies to you all. It was Maridin who saved you. The evil was caused by the altar of Cyrodiil out in the forest. Wait, did I say that right? Syrian. We managed to cleanse it partially, but the work isn't done. It's gone to the point now. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh,
If you lose it, I
when
got
your own.
this.
You know you can't follow him when your own spiritual leader wears the mark of Maridin instead. He doesn't believe in Syrian, and I point out the amulet of Maridin that I put on him.
He pulls it out and he says, "I have no idea where this came from." I was gonna make you
shit.
roll with disadvantage,
And-
but
Well, if he
because
fails, I got
that's
something
a
behind him.
persuasion roll.
I got an 11.
Oof.
Well, then here, I'm jumping in because I'm up there with
You
him.
see some people like,
And I'm like,
what?
the automaton speaks the truth. After we had dispelled the evil and defeated the vicious hag woman that was in there when she attacked us with the same thorns that your doctor has been pulling out of you, we found at the altar the symbol of Syrian, and it began to smoke, and I could sense the evil coming off of it, and it revolted me to my core. I do declare I had never felt such a sickening in my life.
I do declare.
You hear one of the townsfolk go,
No, the
Yeah,
burning
he
only
was
began
burning the
once the
blight
blight was
away.
gone. The blight was sustained in Syrian.
Is that Jesper speaking?
He's a guy to change. He changes for the better.
If you want change,
And
puddle
look around
of
and see
it'll
the
be a
change that
puddle of
Syrian
iron.
has brought upon you. Syrian brought you disease. I would not say this is a change for the better. The only who has benefited would be Syrian and maybe this here dwarf Jesper. High priest indeed. You want me to roll for persuasion on this?
And while they're doing all that, they're evangelizing.
Yeah,
I'm
give me a
going to be,
yeah.
looting.
I got a 14.
Okay, you see some like the woman whose husband got brought back. She kind of like stands apart from the pack, and her husband is actually like alive now, and she's like explaining to him what happened, and he's like, yeah. So
I
it looks
look to
like
the
they're
guy
doing
who
something,
came back,
and they turn around
and I say, "Praise Martin," and I point at him, and in hopes that he'll repeat, "Praise Martin."
he like tries to say it, but he's just been like he like can't get his voice that high because he's just been kind of dead for a while.
Yes, Morden healed him, and Morden
So
healed
he
me
tries, but he's like,
when the hag that was
like,
spreading Syrian's blight attacked me.
Yeah, while they're doing all this, I'm going to be looting the town.
Now, I just need you to plant a seed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, give me
Hold on. While he's doing this,
5
I'm going to see if I
sleight of
pick
hand
up on
checks,
this.
Robbie.
Buddy, first one is a 23.
All right. I got a 19, so.
Second one is a 19.
All right. I'll give him
Third
credit on that
is a
one.
23. Fourth one is a 13.
All right. So on that one, I stop, and I'm like, you, Anakin, you put that down. That does not belong to you, sir. You have not earned it.
Last one's 22.
So I only saw him once, and I tried to stop him once.
Oh fuck! I have 2 d20s on my thing,
Damn.
and I rolled both of them as a perception check,
Whew.
and I got 2 nat 20s.
You made it full.
So, Jesper is like he's up on the stage, so he's got like a higher point of view looking down at you. He's like, "Is Moradin the one who steals from others?"
Would it be
And
the one
he
that was
catches
below a
you
20?
with your hand in someone's pocket.
Okay, so I get away with 30.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
good.
You get
When Jesper says that, I say, "We're working on him."
You should have seen him when we first got a hold of him. Why, when he was a baby.
Says, Syrian gives you the positive change you need in your life.
What do you think I'm doing? Praise
Tip the
Syrian!
scales in your
I'm
favor.
tipping the scales in my favor.
Swear to God.
You know what? He speaks the truth. He is practicing the way of Syrian right now.
Stop.
Jesper pulls out a bag, a pretty hefty looking bag, and he says, "This is the town's collected fund that we were gonna give to those that rid us of this disease. Now
You can give it to
Well,
us here, but I want
Well,
none of it.
Mr. Jesper, I did not come here for your money. I came here to help. If y'all would just let me... Of course you would keep it. You are greedy, and you are tipping the scales in your favor with that hefty sack of gold.
Oh, I was gonna
Then do so now.
throughout the town, and this whole thing's happening. The doctor, the doctor runs up and he like gets in between y'all, and he's just like having like a silent film argument with Jesper, and he grabs the bag from him, and he turns around and says, "Fellas, I would like to thank you. You did something that a doctor couldn't even do. So." This was clearly beyond my skill, but He turns back and glares at Jesper and says, "You deserve
Ooh,
this."
nice.
Wow.
All right.
I'm
He's
gonna
got a
I'm gonna say, oh, so you think Syrian will want you to redistribute the gold you already from the town itself? The gold you already took from the townsfolk yourself doesn't sound like they're getting anything back but what they were already owed.
Well, it didn't belong to me. It belonged to whoever
Sure you were.
assured this.
Then why were you
And since you
holding?
didn't want it,
I didn't say I didn't want it. I said that I didn't do it for the gold.
Well, all the donation jars are in the church. It only makes sense that they put their faith in.
Hey,
You know what?
there's
You
no
have a
scales
point.
in my
You
favor.
have a
Right,
point,
right.
Jesper. I suggest now that all donations be placed in the clinic with the doctor who works so tirelessly to keep the townsfolk in good spirits.
I'll give my share to the doctor. Well, I'll keep 50 just for maintenance, but I'll give him 200.
You give your 250 to the doctor? He goes, I appreciate that, but I'm a doctor. I'm already rolling pretty good in here. I appreciate it.
All right, is there a general store in town
We're good.
now that people are up and moving again?
Or the whole thing.
Potions.
Because I was thinking maybe the Pi and we go get some metal and we build a little shrine to Moradin.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not really in on it. I'm just trying to weaken Syrian here.
Inside the inn, you guys know how like a hotel will have like a little area
And
where you can,
so I'm gonna buy hot
candy
pockets from the
bars,
inn.
hot pockets and stuff like that. Well, you know, just
Pizza
that kind of
burritos.
area. There's a little like corner cut out into the bar that it's like a kiosk, so there's like a little metal like hanging thing, you know. And there's a bunch of things up there. It says take this to the front.
Man.
Yeah, he just
I
wants
have a
scrap
quick
metal.
question about Jesper.
The metal.
Is he a banished dwarf? Or what I know that just...
Yeah.
Is Syrian a god of banished dwarves? I'm looking at Moradin's relationship with other gods, and it says he opposes gods of banished dwarves is one of the things. So I was just checking. And what?
No, Syrian is kind of
Homebrew, okay.
Homebrew, a little bit. They're homebrew. There's like stuff you can find on it online.
That's
but
okay.
it's
After we rest, I'm
not
going to go detect
exactly
evil
what
on the
I'm
dwarf.
doing.
And then if he's evil as a paladin, I have to strike him down.
We're forced out of town.
All right.
All right. Is there like some place I can send a message or a letter out?
So
Yeah, I do need to sleep.
Like I need to send it. Yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah, do they have the
I mean,
Pony
there's
Express?
like a
Yeah, I need to send
service.
something to the conclave.
I can send an email.
He is a machine.
If I eventually get message, I'm gonna call it email.
That took Vinny a moment.
You're gonna have like a fucking fax machine strapped onto your chest. It's like,
Like
hold
5
on,
minutes
you're getting
later.
a message.
I mean, we already got email set up between the three of us. You're just not part of our network.
like what email? Yeah, ESP mail,
You're not in the
email.
Family plan. Yeah. There's, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's really like a perch because they don't really do communication like that here. But I'm sure you could like find a bird and tell it a message because you're a Firbolg and more in tune with nature.
Mirror.
So if you like just see a
Okay.
bird flying around,
Well,
you're
all
like, "Hey,
that's
bird,
going
come here,"
on. That's
it'll
what I'm
come
doing.
down
I'm
there
trying to
for
get a
you.
message out.
All right, I go ask the innkeep how much for a night.
Okay. For you fellas, I mean, look at all this business that I'm making. You fellas can stay for free. Just don't stay in
Sounds
room
like a
3.
plan.
That's where the
Okie
bad
dokie.
stuff happens.
Cool. I will go stand still for the night when we go to bed.
Right. Oh,
No.
You like wake up and people put clothes and stuff on you because they thought you were a statue.
No.
He's our coat rack.
You got like a
He's our coat rack.
on.
yeah. Except this one doesn't need to be
sunglasses.
doesn't need to have the petrification dispelled.
We really need to go back and do that sometime.
At some point, we will eventually go back and find all these decaying parts.
No, I definitely want to.
You guys' coats.
I definitely want to go to the store with Sir Robert.
Yeah, I'm going to this. I'm going shopping with Pi.
Tell me, is it Sir
You
Robert
go-
or just
you go
Robert?
right now?
I mean, if you want to call me sir, that's awful kind of you, but Robert works.
So you
I hear
haven't
he
been
goes by
knighted.
Cooler.
I mean, I like being called cooler, but I mean that really only works when there's another Robbie here. And it does piss off my kinfolk so much. But you know, every time we get
Think they'll ever anger you enough to have to deal with the wrath of Cooler's revenge?
well, they'd have to wrong me first, and then we'd see what happens. But you know, every time Ann over there gets all wound up, I just bring him in, and give him a little noogie, and I'm like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
I always say no.
You're a pretty smooth criminal, aren't you, Annie?
Well, if he was smoother, he wouldn't have been busted.
So, the store, I think, I mean,
Oh,
I want to
boy.
get health potions and some metal.
Yes, I definitely want to find some health potions, and then if there's anything else.
Yeah, health potions.
Okay. So I'm looking at the item compendium. It says that a potion of healing is 50
Is that like the
GP.
base potion of healing?
I feel like that's a little too much. Yeah. Oh, where'd the prices go? I just saw it.
I mean, considering that a
50
night at
GP.
the inn,
What?
or what was it? Succotash was
Okay,
going to
I'm-
cost us 4 gold. I think 50's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'll buy 2.
Yeah.
I say given that a meal costs 4 gold.
50's
Yeah,
fair. Okay.
And he's giving us a room for the
You're
night
staying
for
there?
free.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
I know.
I said
That's what
I
we
said
got.
5-0, not 1-5. Oh, okay.
Well, no, I if you want to lower the price,
Cool.
do it. You're the DM.
I thought so. I thought it was a little too.
Well, I mean,
By all
Dollar cool.
well, no. I
Robbie
just
is
need to know
cool.
where I'm starting
No, you guys
from.
are cool
I just need to
with
know
it.
where I'm
50
starting
gold
from.
for 2d4 plus
So I go
2.
up to the shopkeep and I'm like, now I know you gotta
It
make a
says
living
50.
here, but we did go through a lot of trouble just to get to where you could have customers again. Do you think you could cut us a deal here? Shit, I ain't even gonna roll for
Potion
this
of
one.
healing is 20.
I-
We'll
How
buy
many does he
4.
have?
It's 2d4 plus 2. I
Yeah.
thought it was too much.
Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
got potion. How many does he have? He's
Damn.
Buy one.
I'll buy
I was
one.
going to buy 2,
We'll
but
all
I'll
buy
buy 1.
Right? I was gonna buy a handful of them.
He does have one.
What is that?
potion
What's the effect of that?
Superior healing, but that one is 100
Holy
gold.
tit.
Woo!
8d8 plus 8.
Still.
I'm sorry, 8d4 plus
What's
8.
your max HP, Pi?
24.
Okay, yeah, mine's higher. I might be the one who needs to buy that.
I was gonna say that should go to a paladin.
I'll take it because my max is 26, and that's with only one paladin level.
Mine's 25 right now.
Yeah, but as soon as I start taking paladin levels, I'm gonna blow right past you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and buy that along with just one regular potion.
We did it.
And I gotta ask, are we doing milestone level ups? Are we doing experience based level ups?
We're doing mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing milestone. One thing that the first time I ran this campaign, I fucked up because I started them off at level 5, and then right now I was like, all right, you guys are level 6, and then I leveled them up too much. That
I mean, we almost had a death today, so that's a challenge.
You know?
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah. So almost.
Right.
Can you imagine being 4 people at level
I think the
5?
only reason that we got close to a death was because of
You know?
the stupid move of not getting within range of her and giving her the opportunity to attack someone who hadn't been super damaged yet. My bad.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good. I mean, it's interesting that I'm not trying to kill you guys, but
So, does he have any holy symbols of Syrian there,
challenge high enough.
like for sale in the shop? How many?
In the yeah. Let's say that there's like
How much are they?
there's like 10 little like circles with a fire.
I'll buy all of them.
It's like supposed to be a keychain.
All right.
Like 2 gold.
They're
each.
getting transmogrified, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, 20 gold.
And immediately
You're
redistributed.
like an alchemist, like
And does he have?
Put one right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And we'll put one of them right back there, so he's got more to do with you.
I'm also with you.
You have anything of a magical nature for sale?
Please.
no, we
What's popcorn?
have popcorn and the symbols that you bought.
No, I asked what it
Ball
is.
Baron?
1 gold. Oh, what is it? Well, it's a special kind of
I've
corn.
never heard of
It's
it.
the corn kernel, and then you heat it up, and it turns into something delicious.
I'll give it a try.
Corn hub.
Will he
of the
give
world.
me like a sample of it?
Try it if you can.
Just the kernels?
He gives you some like popcorn kernels, a little.
I'll heat metal on my hands and I fucking eat it.
You gotta warm it up first.
It's a little Jiffy Pop.
There you go.
And I eat them.
You're like,
And they're amazing. And I want like the biggest bag of it he has.
you buy for.
I'm thinking like, you know the big
for
plastic
5
ones you can
gold,
buy that
I'll
are
give
2
you,
feet
like-
tall? That's like already popped? Yeah. Oh, if this is on pop,
what
that's
I'm
even better.
thinking.
I mean,
Oh,
Great.
already popped?
you said it was
Yeah,
said it
I
was
was thinking
5 gold?
unpopped. You know, it's like a sack of rice, but a sack of kernels.
More than corn?
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
I need you to
Hey.
make that an
You got a
item,
sack
or can
of
I do that?
popcorn.
You can do that.
How much would that weigh?
What's
I
it
see
gonna
it.
be called? Morden corn?
You can make it.
Are
Just
you gonna
Is
start
it
your
called-
own business?
I forgot the button. It's like manage equipment.
Morticorn.
Morning.
Har.
More corn.
Horticulture?
More corn. Horticulture. All right, so people kind of drink throughout the night, and man, I had so many conclusions because there's so many ways that could have gone. Oh yeah, the doctor approaches you and he says, "I just want to thank you one last time for what you did, but I feel like there's still something more here. A buddy of mine, he lives in Waterdeep, and he's a botanist, and he would love to kind of study this a little bit further and see what's going on with it. I feel like you guys should go there and check him out. If this is happening somewhere else, then it's better to get ahead of it." And
All
he
right.
gives you the jar.
Okay.
Like,
with the thorns.
sure. I mean, I was led here to this here thorny situation, so I'm gonna see my way through it.
This is becoming a thorn in my side.
I mean, I can put one in if you'd like.
I prefer you did.
Alrighty. But you let me know if you change your mind.
I will think about it.
So where
I
do you
couldn't
want to go?
hear
You want to go? You want to go to Waterdeep next, or you want to check out the Oven?
I say let's hit the Elven Village on our way to Waterdeep, if only because it's a lot closer.
Is it on the way there?
I think it's in the opposite direction.
I think so.
Well, the Elven
I'm thinking
Village
so.
probably isn't far.
Yeah, I feel like we can get to the Elven Village within a day.
Well, yeah, I would say that like it took you like a few hours of walking in the woods before you got there, and then a few hours.
I mean, and if the
By
elf
the time you
dude
got
trades
back,
by
it just became
himself, he's
nightfall.
probably not traveling that far.
Yeah, but he can turn into a wolf.
Or
Yeah, but he
bird.
still has to transport the goods.
What if he has an
good
infinite
point.
bag of holding?
Yeah, he can like turn into animals.
Yeah.
And, like,
Maybe he has a bag of holding inside that bag of holding.
That'd be
That's
badass
dangerous.
shit.
It is.
Unless you have plane ship.
Rip in the.
all right, guys, you go to the hotel or the inn,
Nice.
Level 4?
and you
I'm
go to
the
sleep,
boy.
and you get a little rest.
Level 5.
And no, and just one thing.
I don't anyway.
This night, you do not dream.
That's cool. I can't remember half of them
The
anyway.
other three of you guys, you have
Restful
no
sleep.
dreams.
Like I say, it's going to be a while before I pick up on that.
Yeah, it's like
We did
whoa,
it.
Woohoo!
dreams weird.
All
This is
right.
going to be a fun party.
Good shit. We play again tomorrow. Oh
I
shit.
won't be able to.
I mean, if you guys want to,
we've
I
got our
I got the
anniversary
next
this
part
weekend,
ready
so
to
I'm
go.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Mazel Tov.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
What
Fuck,
thing?
I still have your magnet on my thing.
Thing.
Fuck.
Ah.
Yeah, gonna be out
Yeah,
of town
guys, congrats.
until Tuesday.
My fridge.
Where you going?
I just going to the mountains, going to the cabins. Just gonna spend some time hanging out.
Yeah, that's fair. The cabins are okay.
Nice.
There's not a lot of Rona out there.
Yeah. Safe.
Dude, today at work, like the boss got everyone's name,
Sure.
sent it in to corporate, and then handed out a letter. And it's like, if you have questions about this person being an essential employee, call this number. It's like, here, if you need it. Because there's a stay-at-home order going into place in this county tomorrow, and the county I work in tonight. Yes, residential construction is considered an
So,
essential
Are
business.
you an essential person?
So anybody who's part of that gets to work. And our office is only 6 people, and we all have our own office. So we would definitely fall under social distancing guidelines.
Nice.
So you're pretty.
Yeah.
Yep. As long as I don't lick anybody, and I don't like any of them like that.
I'm making that
You could
mistake.
lick a toilet seat.
Yeah, just don't,
It's
don't
only on
open door
Tuesdays
handles with
and
your
Julys and sometimes never.
Is this a Jeremy Bearimy situation?
I'm not saying it's not a Jeremy Bear situation.
That's fair.
I'll see you guys.
All right, later.
Later.
Jeremy Bearimy. All right, guys. Adios.